You guys wanna fucking do a thing? Can we just like?
Is it like a blood pact?
I don't even care at
make a
this point.
Let's make a
suicide pact.
I'll go first.
As long as it's blood for the blood god, I'm down.
Well, funny enough,
Awesome. Yes, it's about time we got some chaos.
keep that same energy, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the session. So, just so you know, this is technically the traditional halfway slash. I brought it up once. I think I brought it up twice in total. Gonna bring it up again just because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Last time we had talked, I had brought up the notion of taking this campaign as long as it goes and then, you know, doing whatever from that point. And I got everybody saying yes. If that is still a thing and everyone's still okay with doing that, then, you know, when we get to the point where it's the usual cutoff, I will address it one final time, just keeping it kind of refreshed in your minds of going beyond the 1 year limit and seeing where this takes us. So, that being said, whoa.
You guys saw that too?
Yeah, Bruno, that was you, right? Because now your camera's not going, and all of a sudden it was like, I'm on, I'm off, I'm on, I'm off. That's why it was like cycling through.
Oh, I missed it. Damn it, I was pulling up the right character sheet.
So.
I was like, oh yes.
Holy shit, yeah, my camera's not turning on anymore. That's weird.
That is now only you and I are going to know what you said. So, that's the first thing.
I hope it had nothing to do with the conversation we were having earlier.
It is not.
Good.
It's far worse. So,
because I also don't want my kinks to be known as, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's into necromancy, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Nope. So, fuck, dude. All right. Pre-session
tastes the best.
Pre-session fucking talks. Jesus Christ. What a fucking weird. All right, so abilities. Don't forget. I want you guys to know. You learn your classes. Learn your abilities would be great. How many different channel divinities do you have? Your smitey boys. Wild shape lasts for how long? Your arcane cannon. What do you have for rage? Stuff like that. These are things that, like, you know, you guys, as you guys go on, reading character stuff, your spells, stuff like that. Me doing the same thing on my end is something that I try to do constantly. Keep that at the forefront as we continue this process, because as you guys gain new characters, as your characters die, then you're going to be learning likely new classes. Game difficulty. Let's not forget, I do intend for this to be a relatively lethal game, all things considered. You guys are getting to the point where you're about to be nigh immortal. So when I ratchet up the combat encounters that we have, or at least the ones that are meaningful, please understand that there will come a point where most of my NPCs will become sentient enough, or at least intelligent enough, to do the things that you would do against them. Keep that in mind. That way you guys know, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense that he would attack that person who goes down to kill them completely, or, you know, things like that. And that is the end of my pre-sessions. Anybody have any questions? I know that was kind of all over the place a little bit, but those are just like the big three, like, things: abilities, game difficulty, and the capless campaign. Sick. Okay. Let's do some goals, because I'm certain that we have all done our goals. Josh, Therai man.
Yes, sir.
Has Therai's goals changed since last? We did a level up, right? So
yeah.
I assume that your goals have changed, unless, I don't know if you got any goals accomplished last week, or if you just wanted to change them. Are they the same? Things like that.
I do need to change. Do my best to stop them, to defeat the vampire. Because
okay.
Actually, no. because we haven't defeated them. We've only defeated the people that were in the bar, and we've already found out that those weren't the only vampires. So I think I'm going to keep my goals as they are.
All right. What
Maybe slide it to a short term.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm gonna move the defeat the vampires to probably a short term.
All right. I'll come back to you for a new session goal.
Got it.
Kaioken, Dan O'Man. What do you got,
I
bud?
still have cook/obtain ingredients, and then I want to find clues where Banar is or went,
Okay.
and then still bond with Jelly Belly.
All right. That sounds good to me. Bruno, what about Mr. Ryder?
Goals are still like the same as last time. Like talk to
Excellent.
Kaioken about everything. Get to know each of the crew. I'm gonna keep them for now because I should be able to get 1 or 2 of them this session.
I love it. All right. Keksi, you are second to last per your request.
Yes. I am gonna keep my goal that I have been holding on to of talk about what I witnessed when I died. Still trying to work that in somehow.
Assuming you don't die now.
I updated one from it was originally to start a quest to now gather info for said quest as what's his face said we should do. I need to research hags. Short term was research Black Veil / Arcane Eye, but I feel like, I mean, I might get a 2-fer on that one because it sounds like for our quest, some of that information might come out. And then my other short term was to find out more about Mori.
If you don't want to have a 2-fer, you don't have to have a 2-fer.
I'm totally
I will
gonna
make
be
you change
okay
it.
with, I'm okay with a 2-fer. And I think that is, yeah, that's all for now.
Very good. All right. Deucey. Drop in a Deucey. What?
So I got 3 new session goals.
Oh, shit.
And I dumped the old ones. So it's just 3 in total.
What you got?
So session goal 1, ask for input on Templar. So
Right.
reveal backstory and find info on patrons.
Oh shit, Deus is about to become a team player, is what you're saying. This is fucking lit. Alright, good. Well then, that's it for goals. I think I got everybody at least once, maybe twice. Josh, did you put a new session goal down?
My new session goal is have a sit down with the party and discuss the running emotions.
Oh, perfect.
What are your goals, DM?
My goals are to make sure that you guys get the information that you need, and hopefully give you more than what you need, assuming that you guys are able to suss out details. My next goal is to give you a challenging surprise combat if I can, but you gotta A to B, you know what I mean? And then my final goal is to have a TPK before next session. I'm kidding. Am
That's
I?
negative
Okay.
inspiration.
So
for
I
you.
thought she said, what are your goals, Dan? And then I just heard Anthony's voice and I was like, either Dan's doing a really good impression of Anthony, or man, Anthony is really cutting in there. And then I realized she said DM.
DM, yeah. Okay, so let's do the recap real fast. So at the Adamantine Anvil, Deus had made his first attempt to rally the people to throw some feelers out for his newfound passion of creating a better version of his old order after having the veil lifted, so to speak. It was at that point the gang went upstairs to have their memories repaired and also to catch a good night's rest when they heard a commotion outside or in the main tavern area. A approaching out there, they found there was the possible cannibal cult that had been using Deus as its subject of, what's that called, modus operandi. Turns out they were vampires. What ensued was a pretty brutal fight between vampires and the adventurers themselves, culminating with Deus destroying the creatures of the night in pure blackness. No way. All right, every time. All right. And then after that fight, cue a mysterious stranger who gave them some information about the vampires pertaining to the gang of the hunters. And then when he made his Batman exit, in came investigator presence with a retinue of guard, where they had a discourse culminating with Deus coming back and asking for help. While by himself, Deus had an interaction with Gerald the Weird, in which he may or may not have been what's the word? Not cursed further, but cursed further. For lack of a better. Yeah. At any rate, the last thing that we had seen was Deus coming out to the 3rd floor balcony, where the 2nd floor balcony stairwell area had been blown out by Olaf, and talking down to investigator presence, asking for help. And that's where we're going to pick it up, is presence looking up at Deus and going, "No, you need help? What?" And he looks around at the rest of you guys and he's like, "Yeah, I'll say we need all the help we can get, right?" As there's like big blood goo pile over by the big hole, and then there's several skin bodies that are like lying around. And he goes, "What could you possibly need help with, Deus?"
So he, one sec, I'm waiting for my screen to go over to the Roll20. But he's closer to me, right?
No, he was in the middle of the like floor with the rest of the gang, and then you had come down, like you didn't come down, you came to the stairwell where the stairs essentially had been destroyed. So you're about 30 feet up and about 60 to 80 feet away from him. So you are yelling away.
I asked for a favor, presence, before you take me away.
I'm not gonna agree until you tell me the favor.
A moment with my companions alone.
Sure.
I'll jump down, and
right.
as I pass presence, I'm gonna put my arm on his shoulder. You're a good man, presence.
Remember, it is noticeably difficult for you to actually walk because, you know, the curse. So you're feeling it as he just kind of like, okay. He just goes on about his business, like telling the guards, like, "Hey, let's clean up these skin sacks. Let's get this goo pile up. All of this disgusting shite." And then
I finally got Roll20 up.
I can only assume that then Deus reaches the bottom of the stairs eventually. The rest of you guys are able to move your tokens. Olaf you just hear him like, "I can only imagine that I'm not supposed to be in this group. This is more like the super happy fun time group, huh?" Yep.
Sorry, the game's freaking out.
It happens.
Well, because I closed the game, it thinks it crashed, so it keeps popping up with these fucking report. So he goes to where at least the generalize where everyone is. No, I don't know if everyone's together or not, but he goes where this cluster is at least.
What about Therai? Therai was previously closer to the doorway, facing the doorway. He had before gone to his knees, and then Kaioken picked him up and was like, no, you don't have to go here, let's drink. And then you sort of walked back towards the middle.
Yeah, Therai did that mostly to meet with presence, and now he'll be back with the group.
All right.
I want to help clear some things up before whatever happens. If you guys will give me one last chance, if we could talk in private.
You look terrible, like way worse now than before. What's going on?
Will you follow me?
Do you need help? You want me to take your arm? You look like you're all shaky legged.
If that'll help us make that jump, I don't know if I can do it again.
Why do we not just move over to
No,
closer to the bar?
just stage whisper.
I could whisper, but it would also help if I could show you,
Oh, okay.
and that requires,
I can help you like hoist him up there.
Or maybe we could just go into the kitchen or something. Isn't there like a door into the back?
So everyone like
there's
gone.
no eyes, it doesn't matter.
If you're looking for a place with no eyes, odds are because this place has like a pantry that Therai was a rat inside of, but other than that, the wall is pretty much just like an open kitchen where they just like sizzle stuff right there against the wall. You can kind of see the areas over there, but yeah, if you guys not exactly a whole lot of private spaces down here on the first floor.
I'll help Kaioken with Deus back up to where our room is.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll kind of hoist them up, fallen soldier style, arm on each of us.
Question about that, Deus. How much do you weigh, and how much does your equipment weigh?
My equipment is at
The reason I ask
total
is
91.
all right, and then what do you like?
My guy's, I guess, with his strength, he's probably pretty fucking muscular.
Well, did you fill it out on your description of your character sheet?
Oh, I did. 230 pounds.
So he weighs about 320 pounds.
Shit, yeah.
Which is probably fine for you guys to carry, like help him up the stairs.
He's not a limp noodle dead body.
Well,
Yeah.
no, but here's the thing is that when you get to the second floor, to get to the third floor where the rooms are, the stairs have been blown out. Like the fireball destroyed the stairwell part, like section of the deck from second to third floor. So you guys can try to like throw him across. Or you know what I mean? Like that's why I'm saying like but up on the second floor you could probably see plenty of like booths or something, but I don't know. I'm not entirely certain that yeah, how do you guys want to get them up to the apartments or up to the tavern rooms?
Why don't we just see if one of the doors on the first level is unlocked and just use that in the meantime? I'm sure everyone's cleared out with all the commotion.
Why?
The only people left in here are Presence, Olaf, and the guards. All of the other people who weren't killed fled.
Why don't we all like have our backs towards Presence, so Presence can't see which Deus is going to show us?
Because there are more people in here than just Deus. So for us to shield him from everyone in here, like, that's why let's just find a place that's private.
Okay, Olaf looks to Presence and goes, "Hey, you want to get the fuck out for like a second? Like they're clearly very confused. They don't want you to see whatever magic they're about to cast inside the place." And Presence like, "Jesus Christ, old man, again with the fucking magic, really? Like, yeah, okay, sure, right, magic, right. Look, if you want me to leave the building on the word of the people who have lied to me repeatedly, you see how that's not really going to happen? But
Just fucking throw him upstairs."
Why can't we just knock him the fuck out?
What?
No, we don't want to do that.
Oh, I'm
John.
talking about throwing Deus upstairs, not
Oh.
presents. Like, calm down, John.
I can knock him out. Just say the
No.
word. I
Let's
can
not.
pistol whip him.
Kaioken's gonna get frustrated and start going up the stairs, and the first door he sees, he's gonna kick it in.
Okay, so you're going to the second floor?
No, whichever has the first floor of rooms.
Sure, certainly.
that's-
So I've said this several times.
It's this. Yeah.
The first
It's the second-
floor.
Yes, the second floor. Yes.
No. The first floor is just a regular tavern. The second floor is like a balcony where there are
Mhm.
booths and tables. And then the third floor is the inn rooms. And to get from the second floor to the third floor, that stairwell is over the spot where the fireball blew up the wall. So, what do you guys have that you can use to either scale the distance or to take Deus by the chainmail or the plate mail and throw him over? I don't know what you
I
guys
got
have.
some ropes. I can get to the other side, and then I can pull him up once he doesn't make the jump, or if he does make the jump. I feel like it's so unnecessary to go all the way back up to the room.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go into the pantry? There's a little closet we can just kind of shoulder in.
The pantry might be a tight fit, but I saw it from a small perspective, so I don't know. But that might be a good idea.
Where's the pantry? Point out the pantry.
Therai is going
Right.
to point towards the pantry.
So, pantry. I bring you down here. There's a door right back here. And you guys are able to go to the pantry. You unlock and open the door. Inside, there's enough room for everybody to kind of squeeze together in there. It's not like a 5x5 closet. It's more like an 8x8 like room.
Okay. So once we get in there and like I guess kind of shut the door.
Yeah.
Deus is gonna remove his head bandage and keep his eyes closed, but it just kind of shows his Buscemi eyes.
His exhaustion, right?
Oh shit, me.
Yeah.
So
Turns out I'm dying, and I have an indefinite amount of time until I could just die. So things have changed. You could say I'm seeing the light more often or trying to appreciate it. And I'll tell you, I am terrified to die alone, with so many things left undone. He holds up his hand to kind of be in the middle of everyone as he uses prestidigitation to make images. Now, these images can't move, but he just kind of makes a still picture. So, it shows this valley, and it shows a baby kind of in a wrapped up sack.
Are you playing like a song in the background?
I'm playing instrumental. Is it too loud? I meant to be really quiet.
The way it comes through, it sounds like someone's playing a video game on a Game Boy. It just doesn't sound.
sounds
I
like an
can't-
old lady banging on
Kinda.
sticks to me.
Yeah,
It's spotty. Yeah.
yeah. That's why I was like, what the fuck is that sound?
So it shows him as a baby. When I was young, I was left at the entrance to a hidden village of Autumn Eldrin. I was picked up and raised like any other Eldrin, as much as I could be, not being one. I never knew what race I was, but it never felt really important. When I became of age, I was indicted into a secret society, the Silver Templars, and I was sent off to a secret fortress. As you could tell, none of these were very conducive to what you would call building a good personality. In this fortress, we were trained and we were taught. We were only sent off on certain things, but of course we never left this facility until we passed all of our training. Most people never passed, but it was a lot of varied races of people they found or other hidden villages. At the end of our training, we had to commit a feat of sacrifice, you could say, to gain our quote-unquote power. You see, this old temple, this secret place we found, used to house what seems like many gods and their statues and their tenants. But when the creator of this Silver Templars found the place, there was only one statue left, fully intact, and that was a statue of the Moonweaver, of Sehamin, as I'm sure you've heard me say before. Now, the statue had 3 sentences below it, and these were the tenets that we were all told in order to live by, and that is all we did live by. They were as much as breathing and drinking water. For without these tenets, I was almost positive, like I'm sure most of us were, that I would die. Now, when I did my oath of sacrifice, might be able to tell what I sacrificed.
As he points to his eyes, as the picture on his hand shows him pick up a silver, like a silver dagger, and kind of scoop out his own eyes. And everyone else you see in his visions, like it's just kind of blurry face, but you could see like all the other people around as well. And then afterwards, I was granted a power that you've all seen me use, that I was sure came from my goddess as a gift of her acknowledging my sacrifice and my fealty towards her. Now, when we're not in use from our order, we go on something called Okolete, which we go out into the world and try to learn how to be social. That is what I was on when I met you all. Well, most of you. Now, we can never tell anyone about our order, except the fact that it is there and that we are a part of it. On to Gerald. I'm sure you remember now, like I do, our big fight in that cave. If you remember, I almost died in that fight. While I was on my deathbed, I had visions. I thought they were visions of my goddess accepting me into her bosom. She proclaimed that I would gain immeasurable power and immortality at her side, which I am ashamed to say I accepted. I thought that this was my goddess, and I thought this was my path, but I was wrong. It was Gerald. I accepted Gerald in willingly. And I don't know how to get rid of him. I dream about him constantly. I told him that I would never. Once I realized that it wasn't my goddess, I made it very clear that I would rather do anything else but serve him. And in return, he has doomed me. I know not of patrons and how to get rid or how to serve or deal with them. All he wants is my full fealty, which is something I cannot give him. I
also did meet my goddess. As you all might have noticed during another fight when I was with that angel being, that she kissed me and injected divinity into me, which is a part of what those vampires are after. I know not what I was before, but I also know not what I am now. But I do house divinity now.
May I interrupt you for a second?
You may, but I might lose my train of thought as I'm not done.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
So, I was cast out. Saying denied me, denied my order, and denied that she played any part of my power. This is when I realized that I didn't gain any power from her, that I gained it from believing in what they told me to believe in. This is why I've been adamant about this cult I've been recently trying to fund. That's what you heard me talking about last night. You could say it's all one big experimentation that I realize now might not be the right time to do. I plan on talking with presence and maybe getting it recognized before I spread it. But again, I met with Gerald again, and he told me of his plans on me and my impending doom unless I swear fealty. You also, I think you all have met Gerald. Anyone who remembers him, he was also in town with us when our friend was taken and we lost our memories. I have come to the conclusion that I can't do this by myself. And I need help. He looks at you like he's done now.
Araya's go ahead.
Beaver, shut up. Push. Get out of my way, nerd. The visage that you saw, who gave you your second chance, was it the same person? When you were on your deathbed, when we fought the big tree, was it your goddess?
No, so he puts up this picture like you see here.
Okay.
In his
Roll
palm,
20.
showing Gerald.
Okay.
It's the same person that you
offered
guys
a
saw
second
on.
chance.
He offered me immortality and unlimited power. All the things that any demon persuades.
Yeesh. Man, that must have been a hard thing to say yes to.
You must know I thought it was the god that I dedicated my life to.
What I'm unfamiliar with Sahanine. What does she look like, or what does she apparate her form into?
You would put like what the temple statue looks like. She looks like an elf.
Okay.
She looks like an elf. She has this harp that she plays,
Mm-hmm.
and she is a caster mostly of like illusion magic.
Mm-hmm.
So like all around her, you'd see like kind of really fancy glossy things that are out of like fit with where she's at. So she looks just like a hot elf.
Does she have anyone else that is high enough worshipping to
Yeah, there she is.
confuse the two of them?
Yeah. I mean, you could say any winter elf, I guess. But, yeah.
Okay.
It was just my first time with what I consider divinity.
Right. Yes.
He was a virgin.
So I think. Wait, so if we get you back to your order, do you think they could fix this?
I fear they would just either imprison me or kill me.
I think it is pretty clear at this point. There is hostile blood in the water between these two groups. Deus and his order.
In my opinion, as long as I don't talk about their secrets and I don't put myself in a category of what they are against, an example, if I don't commit an atrocious atrocity, either for evil or for good, they shouldn't care what I do. I can't say 100%, but according to my teachings of what I think they would tell me to deal with if another Templar went rogue, they would only care about their secrets. That, he kind of looks embarrassed. That was my play on the moon there, Kaioken. My goddess is from the moon, and I couldn't tell you where I was from.
Oh man, I was super excited that you were from the moon, and I wanted to know how you got there. But I guess now they're shooting a bunch of people up into the moon, so that kind of makes sense now. Anyways, I do think that this warrants our attention, and your outbursts are starting to make more sense. So I am willing to give you another shot. But remember, we're all in this together. And it is the duty of the living to atone for the dead. And you're not dead yet.
That I'm not.
Don't give up yet.
Therai is going to take off his holy amulet and then wrapping like you would with like a precious necklace, like wrap the chain around it before taking one of Deus's hands, if Deus would allow it, and putting the amulet inside and
Question.
like testing it.
Before you do that, how do you do that with a tentacle hand?
Ew, squid boy.
Don't make fun of me, guys.
Disgusting man. You should shave yourself.
Actually, in anime, they call squid boys guys who smell like balls or penis.
Same
It's
thing.
good to know.
That's I did not need to know that.
I see no difference.
Continue.
I don't
Real
know how I
fast.
feel about this anymore.
Real fast, Therai, make me a history check. Real fast.
Got it.
You guys can go ahead and keep talking amongst yourselves if you wish.
Like
But
out of character, in character.
in character.
You know, Deus, from the moment that you renounced or gave up your fealty to your previous order, you should have told us what was going on. We could have helped in some way, and maybe it wouldn't have gotten as bad as it is right now. I don't know. I know I haven't always seen eye to eye with you on things, but you are a member of our party, and we have helped each other out in battle and things like that. So there's some sort of fondness that I have for you. And the fact that you are dealing with this seems very evil patronage that you have with Gerald. Kind of fall along the lines of, I don't really have a patronage with anyone, but I am burdened by someone that's also associated with Gerald.
Are you pregnant?
No.
Oh,
She like touches her stomach, like, what the fuck? We just, I wish you would have told us sooner.
well, you know what, Keksi? You're right.
Yeah, I am. She like stomped her hoof.
Is there, you had a connection with Sahanin. Have you tried to reach out to her?
I feared that I never had a connection with Sahani.
Has she ever... Okay, so I overheard you talking with Quill when he took your emblem.
Yeah,
Quinn.
you know,
Keksi shoves me and goes, his name is Quinn.
Oh yeah, Quill's a different guy. Thank you. I'm getting very old, so, you know, But so you made it apparent that you had seen her
Yes,
and that she was changed, right?
This
That
is
she
actually a big deal. As you know, the gods have all been quiet to us for I don't know how long, but for some reason she did ordain herself to be seen by me and talked to me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I will say it was her. The feeling I felt, it had to have been her this time.
Well, it sounds like you have a connection with her. Maybe she can offer you guidance.
She damned me and my order
Oh.
and cast me down
Oh.
and also took my power.
Okay, maybe not her then.
I think what I need is
To get her
warlock
flowers.
or a very powerful mage, as he kind of like. I think I might
Wait.
have to deal with that goblin that we're already dealing with,
Grimtooth.
Grimtooth. I might have to go through him or someone who knows of patrons like the warlocks of old used to.
Or
Speaking
the
of which-
problem is much simpler. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, never mind. Continue.
I also did
Sorry,
have another
John.
idea.
Wait. Let me just finish this thought
Okay,
process really quick. So the moon broke recently. She saw you in that time period. Maybe if we fix the moon, she will be not mad.
I guess that's possible.
I mean, it's the closest thing. I mean, retracting your oath from Gerald is a very good start, but we don't know how to do that.
They
We will help you
also
find-
did make it very clear that the only way I could get rid of him is die.
That's not good. There's got to be another way. Don't give up.
Well, remember how we saved Keksi from that
Yeah.
curse?
But-
well, we didn't actually save her, but
Yeah.
she did survive.
Yes. Grimtooth might be an option. We'll ask Olaf.
Remember she did die there.
You want us to kill you? Bring you back?
It's the only thing I could think of without reaching for help. I don't think it should be number one, but he did put a strange emphasis on me dying.
Ah. Which is why you're out of breath right now and looking kind of sweaty and pale.
Yeah, also I am dying.
So there is a problem with that. Every time you die and you are resurrected, it makes it harder to come back. So if you're not sure about this, then
Last thing to try. I don't expect it to be the first thing we try, but let's say it fails safe.
well,
So, Therai. I know I did a whole lot of cutting off, but I feel like Therai may be able to interject some interesting information pertaining to this entire conversation, as he has successfully rolled for the history check and the religion check pertaining to this city and the folks that live within. Therai, tell this how you want, but when it comes to warlock patrons, there's two places that you can go that you know immediately off the bat. One is the Black Veil, because they speak on granting power, which sounds like patron, pact, warlock, right? Two, as far as warlock patrons go, there are only two people in this city that the rumors have kind of filtered through the top. One is Argroth, the tiefling progenitor of Greymane, the son of Greymane, basically, who is he runs Mainlanders, which is knights training. word on the street is that he is the spawn of pact making and also at one point in time held a pact himself. The other person is a very elusive character named Virgil, who is less reputable, but apparently has a symbiotic relationship with a being that he calls the Elder One. The religion check that you rolled would tell you that it's entirely possible that the gods, being very fickle people and very egotistical, have been known in times past to lash out against those who would claim to be affiliated with them when the gods themselves do not grant the affiliation to these people. Hence what Deus is talking about. Those are the two things that you rolled on that. If you would like to share that, please, by all means.
First off, like I said earlier, amulet. One over. Put in the tentacle arm. I wrap it up. Put it in Deus's hand and squeeze it in. I have found that in my years of service of Saloon, the elf moon goddess of life, that even though she has bestowed upon me a curse of my own actions, it was not her that did it. It was my actions that caused it. I am not trying to speak words of wisdom, just my own tale. But not once has her presence left. Even though they take your amulet, the moon always shines in the night sky. It will always reflect the light of the sun. Except for a new moon, which, you know, technical stuff doesn't matter. Don't lose faith. You have seen her. If what your vision is, you have seen her face to face. I have not known any of my order or any of the orders of Moon Goddess past that have seen her in her form. That being said, there are a few people we could learn from of these patrons. A few. One of them we might not want to deal with, but it might be a necessary evil. Another is from a clan that I have heard the father's name of quite a bit recently from this part. Perhaps the spawn of Greymane may be able to help us here. I know that you and I do not see eye to eye there. I mean, it is kind of hard with one of us being blind and the other one blinded by his own ego. But I am willing to try and help you as much as I can.
I think just helping each other is all we need to agree upon. I should go and face the music, as it were. But if I think we should try those that spawn of brown Greymane and that other guy. Maybe when I get out.
Therai is going to look at the entire party from face to face.
It may be possible, and I don't know if this is likely to happen. It may be possible that you won't need to go to a cell to spend the night. it might be possible to let it go with reparation, as it were. Let us go as a party then.
Is there anything anyone wants to discuss before we exit this room?
My vote is we go to the moon and fix it.
Okay, we got one for the moon. I can try the moon.
Before, I mean, like, exhaust the town's, information, and if we have to break you out, we'll break you out. We'll get shot up into the moon, I guess. Perfect plan. No, nothing could go wrong.
Keksi, what do you think?
I don't know. I myself am not familiar with warlocks, patronage, and all of that shit. I'd have to think about it. I feel like we should talk with someone that's got more knowledge of that stuff first before we make a decision. What if it's like you drink a magic potion and snort some salt and then it's gone? We don't know. I don't know.
I have salt. We could try it.
John, anything?
You're muted.
No, he's just under the spell of silence.
You're muted. No, I'm just here along for the ride. But I am with the big man. I owe him. If he wants to go to the moon, I'm curious about that equation,
Bang,
but
boom,
we'll go to the
pow.
moon.
To the moon it is.
Oh, straight to it.
I'm gonna exit the pantry. Presents. I'm ready, as it were. Thank you.
Yeah, sure would be nice if you could get the fuck over here. As you guys look out there and you see that the skinless sacks have now begun attacking the people within the tavern, as a giant blood monster that once was the goo pile at the back of the tavern has formed itself into this. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, really? I thought you were fucking with us.
We probably should have burned the corpses. That probably would have been a good idea.
Really tiny quick.
Yep.
In this whole time of talking, did I see or smell or sense any nice herbs or seeds or anything exotic
Put in your pocket.
to put in my pocket in the pantry? Because someone did say adamantine anvil was the best.
Therai did say that.
Since we're in
I
the
would say
pantry.
that you were probably too preoccupied with the conversation, but you would likely remember that very thought for if you survive this combat to go back and look.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
I should
You
have instead of
guys
talking, I should have just said that.
Should have been like, hey, are there any things in here?
I got one
We just get
slot, boys. Let's do this.
Nice. 21
All
for
right.
initiative. Fuck yeah.
Let me. So what you guys would see, I will have to catch up initiative because for whatever reason it decided not to automatically add a bunch of shit. But what you guys would see is you would see all of these little skin sacks here that people were carrying around with them,
No.
as well as several that were not picked up but have begun moving towards some of them. All right, let's see. What do we got here? For our initiative roll, Deus was an 11. 11.
Yes,
Hiya.
sir.
Bring that back. We're gonna go ahead and there we go. All right.
Is that twice? Sorry.
Zach. Deus, do it at disadvantage because you do have a level of exhaustion, and initiative is a dexterity skill.
Okay.
Therai has a 10. Keksi. Where's your initiative? 12. Pepsi is a 12.
18, so 11.
Kaioken, sick. Where is Kaioken? 21. Nice. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. 21.
So I want to reload. My dice are going like slow mo.
All right. Olaf and presence. At the top of the next round, the guards will act. On the first round, they are surprised. So, top of the round, Kaioken, you are numero uno.
And am I technically still in the pantry, or am I outside of pantry?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why did that just reset all my shit? God damn it!
Oh, is it
You
me?
are. I assumed that everybody exited the pantry beforehand. It sounded. Huh? Oh, it sounded like you guys had all exited. Would you have not?
If I can hear, I'd probably. It doesn't really matter. Is there
John, I
a
need
way
your
I can
initiative.
see outside of the adamant? Like, because down here to the south, that's like the door, right?
It's the front door, and there's a big ass hole
Okay.
where Therai's body was thrown through earlier that evening. John, I need an initiative roll from you. Unless you rolled one, I didn't get one.
No, I honestly forgot to do that.
No, you're good, man.
What I want to do is cast summon conjure animals, and I want to do it outside of the building, and kind of like, if I can get line of sight, doing my spell stuff, herbal and somatic, and then cast them within the 60-foot. I think it's 60. Within the 60-foot area.
Okay.
Outside to be running inside.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Right. Right. Okay.
So it'll still make noise, but they're kind of preoccupied with stuff. But I just don't want to be actively casting a spell.
So are you gonna subtle spell it?
No. I'm just gonna be casting it inside of the pantry, looking out through.
Gotcha.
So it'll look like 8 wolves come running in.
Right. Sure. Go for it.
If that's in the realm of possibility.
We will find out.
Summon them out, and then on their turn they come in. Whenever that is.
Like, I get you want to summon them outside, and I get that you want to summon them from within side of the pantry.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
You won't know necessarily. It's obviously it's going to be the last thing on people's minds if you think about it, with them being attacked by giant skin monsters, whether or not they hear that. And sometimes when you're in a stressful situation, I could see things not getting picked up by the mind. But also I can see how you needing to do the triplicate voice and all of that stuff might warrant somebody's notice.
Right. Okay.
But you do know that casting magic itself is not actually illegal, as you all have been told multiple times.
There we go.
A dagger hit?
I was just testing. I fixed my error.
Gotcha. Go ahead,
So, they all roll their own initiative. So this is not good.
So you're gonna roll one initiative for all of them. I'm not gonna have them roll separate 8 separate initiatives for that.
Sure. Let me.
Unless you'd rather them just go immediately after you.
That's fine with me. I think that's easy.
Is that more beneficial, or is that more of a detriment to the rest of the? It doesn't really matter. Okay.
Doesn't matter to me.
What do you want?
8 normal wolves.
8 normal wolves. I know that I have them in here. Give me one sec. That's one.
I can do their initiative. They have a +2. So I'm just gonna roll a normal d20.
So it says in the spell that they roll their own initiative when you cast the spell.
It does say that, but we already cleared that up with they're just gonna go after me.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
So that was my action. They come in for my bonus action. I'm not gonna do anything yet, but I am going to look around inside the I'm just gonna use my 40-foot movement now to get out however many feet that is from.
It's only about 5 or 10.
Quick question before the actual fighting starts. We've been kind of just talking and stuff since last fight. Could get a short rest from that?
That is interesting, isn't it? Sure, why not? Go ahead and get a short rest. Yeah, why not? Why not?
I was gonna ask though, because
here's the thing that I have why I would say no is because I had Kaioken roll a Constitution check to come under a vampire's curse. Deus just got his 2nd level of exhaustion and then fought inside of the room, and then was doing like athletics and stuff to jump around, stuff like that. But
And I was concentrating on Eagle Splendor for Keksi and I.
right, so like
I will have
it's a
to.
big stretch, but go ahead and give yourselves a short rest. Burn up whatever hit dice you guys have now ahead of time. Let's make this as amicable as we possibly can.
I do have one question. I don't
What do you
know.
got?
It was someone else besides me, but I lost some permanent HP. Is that still gone, or?
It is still currently gone
Okay.
for everybody. Your permanent or your maximum
Nice.
has still dropped.
Okay.
So,
So for my bonus action, I'm actually gonna wild shape now that I got those back, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn into a gray render and come running out the door with, I believe it's 30-foot movement. So 5 to get out of the door.
okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would put me there. And that is it. And then
Right.
with
And
the wolves,
I
they
have to
30 foot.
give
Yeah.
me 1 sec here. I need to
Oh,
make them
okay.
controllable by you. I really don't want to do anything with these wolves. If I don't have to, I would rather
Yeah.
you just tell me where they go, or
Yeah.
you just do the whole thing, because that's a whole lot for me. So let's see. Kaioken. I could have swore that I already had these in here, but apparently I lied. Right. Kaioken. This is super tense. 1 sec. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
This is why Matt Mercer hates summoning things.
No, I mean, it makes sense why you would hate summoning these things, but you know, fuck it. Okay, go for tits.
Okay, so I'm gonna have 2. Fuck. Let me start over.
If you
There.
would, you may find it's easier just to do them one at a time, unless like as far as highlighting them goes initially, but that's up to you.
I'm just trying to move them in like groups.
Gotcha.
To make
Don't
things
forget to
easier.
keep those things on the diagonal. There were a couple of them that weren't, but it's not
On the
it's a
diagonal.
non-plus. Like from this square to this square, as opposed to that square. You know what I mean?
Well, it goes for
Like, instead
right,
of doing
because one
that-
of them would be 5 feet closer, right?
But
Okay.
it's non-plus.
I'll just move these guys right there then.
Oh yeah, and you're gray render, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me drag your gray render down here.
You're gonna scar these guards for life if they survive.
These guards are already very scarred, so it's like adding more fire to the fire. All right,
Nice.
there you go.
Cool. I'm set. Then
So
that's my
I-
turn.
The giant 6-eyed hairless bear comes out while these 8 wolves somehow got past the city gates. And they all come running in as these giant leathery skin folds are literally crushing these guys underneath their embrace. All
And
right.
to flavor the conjure animals, I'd like to think of it as like sand and dust and stuff, like whirlwinding into the form of a wolf as it like
Nice.
kind of solidifies into its thing, and they just like all know what they're doing and running at the same time. So if anyone's outside, they would see that.
Right.
Just this like mini
Just-
tornadoes that turn into wolves and then run
Just a
inside.
point of note for that is that was the front door.
Yes.
Okay, so you are aware that you were casting that from the street side to come in. Okay, so long as that's not, I don't want that to be a miscommunication.
Nope.
Also, this giant anvil is in the floor, just so you know.
Okay.
All right.
I hate sand wolves. They're so coarse and they get
Boy,
Irritating.
you,
So
you
dry.
motherfucker, you. All right, so here we have, back up to the top, we've got Hiya. This guy right here. Right, there it is. Oh, okay. Well, you're zoomed out so far it doesn't scoot you up, but the guy up at the top The big giant blood monster that used to be 2 vampires is going to, as it makes an attempt to hit this one guard up here with a pseudopod. This bloody comes out and like starts to grab onto him and try to fuck him up. And that's a crit.
Oh my god, dead.
Right. Can you guys all see this? I think I said it to everyone.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
good.
yeah.
So, he deals, was that 1d4? I need to hit another d4. Come on, give me, or d6, I mean. Oh, and then there's another 6. So that is, how much damage in total? 6 plus 6, that's 12 points of damage. Now, the Constitution saving throw, I'm just gonna have that guard roll the same thing. He does save from the Constitution saving throw, so he is not paralyzed. As you see, this thing's like whips at him, and it like wraps this big, like, wraps him in kind of like a semi-solid blood cocoon, as it, the guy's like, as he tries to get out, and as his head comes out of this big golden blob, or this big bloody blob. Right, the other one, oh no, he'll be doing this at the same one. He's gonna make another Constitution saving throw as this thing uses its blood puppeteering ability. Right. Hiya.
Blood popping.
And unfortunately, he fails his Constitution saving throw, so this thing automatically. And then this guard is now under its control. All right. Next up is going to be number A, which is going to be the one attacking Olaf. That'll be happening down here as this thing has engaged with Olafison. And it is going to slam him once. 18 hits. It's going to slam him twice. 24 hits. So it's going to do 10 points of damage. And now Olaf is grappled. As he is like, can you guys get the fuck over here? As he's being grappled up by this this horrific monster. Now it's going to use its crushing embrace. And you guys all watch as this happens to Olaf, this like leathery skin suit, and then uses its other arm to, and then it crushes into him, wraps its body around him and grapples him. Olaf is now blinded and he is suffocating, and he is going to take on the next one. Okay, so as you see, Olaf is now wearing a boneless skin suit. Next up is going to be C, which is going to be attacking this guy right here. He is going to make a slam. That's a crit and a slam. That's 2 crits in a row.
Fucking calm down,
So
bro.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think something fishy's going on.
Nope. Friendship and honor relationship. I wish. 3, 1, 5, right? Yeah, we're going to say that those all hit him. He's going to make a Constitution saving throw with his +3. That is a fail. This guy now becomes a boneless 1 to the back. Next up is going to be D. He's the one that's attacking this guard. Slam 1. That's a 18 that hits. Slam 2. 10 misses. So he does 6 points of damage against this guard as you see him, and he attempts to back up onto him with no what do you call it? Oh no, that was the wrong damage. I'm sorry here. Okay, so he does 5 instead of 6 damage. All right, next up, let's see, what is that? Boneless E is going to, what did he get? 30. Hiya. All right, that means Keksi, it is your turn.
All right. I am kind of behind Deus. Keksi really doesn't care at this point. She's just gonna fucking rage. And
Here, I'll get your rage token out if you would like it.
yes,
Hiya.
please.
As Keksi turns back into her minotaur in a flowy sundress shape.
Oh gosh.
Right. Hiya. And there you go. You should be able to control that.
Oh my fucking.
Because you're double clicking it.
You're double clicking
I see what
it.
you're doing. See, that's why you got to go in straight lines, because you see how many you jumped over to get to that 25. I don't know if you could still do that, but if you just go one square at a time, or like unless you're hitting like straight lines or whatever. Yeah. There you go. Yep.
I'm still not by him.
Mick.
Fuck you.
All right.
Hold on. 45 away. Well, shit. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just gonna pull out my crossbow. I'm just gonna fire. I'm gonna go. Okay, hold on.
Lose
Guys.
rage if you do that.
Does it have to be
Oh.
with a melee attack?
Yeah.
So I can't. Oh, then I'm not gonna be able to rage. I have to wait to rage. Then I take that back. Sorry.
Okay. She goes, yeah. Then back in.
So go here, 35. And take that off. I will. What's this? So if it's a.
Wait, I might be wrong. Your rage ends early if you were knocked unconscious or if you end your turn and haven't attacked a hostile creature. It doesn't say anything
All right.
Okay,
So
cool. So
with melee. Sorry.
Okay, cool. I'm still gonna. Then I'll continue my rage. Then sorry. I thought. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, and I'm going to hit with a. I'm gonna move back a little bit. Yeah. Oh my. Okay. And then I'm going to attack with my crossbow.
all right. Roll me that hit.
This is no longer repeating, right? So how do I take that?
Ooh, shit. Well, it is just a regular light crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just not a +8, so you can -1 to your attack and then 1 to your damage. For
Okay.
now, until
Yeah,
we
yeah.
take off the, because it's a custom thing.
Okay,
19
so it'd be an
hits.
18.
Or I mean 18 hits, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then take off 1 damage. You said. Well, that's okay. 'Cause, it's only so it's 4 damage.
All right, you deal 4 damage to Dyson. Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn. I've moved an action and a bonus.
All right, next up is Deucey Caducey. What are you doing, Deuce? You were up there.
So would I be up there? I just moved myself there.
Oh,
I didn't
I
actually
gotcha.
like role play up there.
Right,
So I
right,
moved
right,
myself back.
Cool. That works for me then.
Here on the measurement.
Yeah.
All right, so I move full, which is 15 now.
Oh man.
Right.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna yell out.
Hey.
I'm gonna yell, "Presence, disengage and get out of here!" As I slam my shield onto the floor, and you cast my 4th level spiritual weapon.
All right, where you placing that bitch?
Right there, max distance,
Then you can also move it.
20 feet. Yes.
Right. Oh yeah. Hold on. I've got your spirit weapon.
Yeah, which
Right
is just
here.
like my shield with the sword in it.
Right. And where are you dropping it again? Just put me a little pingy boy. 70 feet? Hi. You have 80 feet max, by the way. I don't know if you.
Oh, it
Oh,
says no. It says
You can cast it 60 and then another 20 on top of that, so that's 80, right?
Oh yeah, that I can move it 20
Yeah.
after I cast it.
Right. And that's a part of doing that is it gets a movement and an attack.
So I'm gonna move it there.
Dope.
So I slam it. That's gonna appear pretty much in front of him.
Oh yeah.
In front of Presence, and to attack the one to his back.
Perfect.
The
Go ahead
off one.
and make that attack.
Where is it? There it is.
All right. Yeah, that definitely hits. . Ooh,
Damn.
8 points of damage. Nice. So it
I
takes.
rolled crap.
So as this thing slices down into this boneless, you can hear underneath Olaf going as you cut into Olaf as well.
Oh.
So that one, all right. That's it. Yeah, he takes half of the damage that you deal.
How the fuck am I supposed to do anything to these fuckers?
Oh, this thing he doesn't have temp anymore. That is out. Temp is gone. Gotcha. All right. No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. All right, Therai boy, you're up, my guy.
As my action.
Oh, yeah,
can I
sorry.
just hold action, I guess.
What is your
my
action?
hold action is if one of them gets close enough for me to melee.
Okay, yeah, sure. You're gonna hold your. So that is going to take your reaction, just so you know, if it happens, because it'll happen like outside of your turn. So that's how that's how holding your action works.
Okay, I don't think they're ranged, so I'll just keep it. No.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
Because it would suck if, and I could have shielded if they throw it ranged at me, but I think they're melee class, so I'm just gonna stay what I'm doing, and I'm gonna end turn.
cool beans. Okay, so Therai, you're up, my guy.
I would like to know how badly the guards and presence look.
Presence looks exhausted. The guard directly in front of you here looks like he's taken a hit. The guard in here is wrapped up inside of a skin suit. One guard back here is screaming for dear life, but also kind of becoming a blood puppet. This guard right here is terrified, and this guard is about to pass out, as is this guard. They are terrified, but they have yet been unharmed.
Got it.
Sorry. Quick question: can you smite a spiritual weapon?
No, it's not
Okay.
a melee weapon attack. It is a spell attack.
Gotcha. All right. Sorry.
All right, what are you doing, Therai? Tense situation here.
Oh god, this is gonna fucking suck balls.
Undead always have ways. What about clerics? Do clerics have ways? Does
Clerics
Deus
do.
do way? What do you got, man? You like Peter holding his knee.
See, this is just moral conflict after moral conflict here, babe. But I'm gonna push. Wait, that creature next to Deus, is that a creature? Is that a bad
That's
guy?
Kaioken's skinless bear form that you've seen.
That's the weird creature thing. Yeah, that's the
Should have played it out.
All right. Hit me with your best shot.
Fire away. Moving up forward.
All right, you move up forward. You've got a phalanx of wolf spirits, like sandy wolf forms. Or no, they're not sand. They just form out of the sand, right? But they look like regular wolves.
Yeah.
Dan? Okay, yeah. So you've got these wolf
they
forms.
operate into a physical thing.
Dope. All right. You got one that looks like he wants the smoke, but the rest of these things are preoccupied.
Let me see if I need. No, I don't. Oh,
As it slides itself across the floor at you.
holy fuck. Okay. So,
What's up, man?
in this area right here, I would like to put a spiritual guardian cast at level 4, I believe.
Ooh. All right. What is your spiritual guardian? It usually looks like a totem or a statue or something, but what does your spirit guardian look like?
I am going to have it almost like everyone in the party would see almost what looks like the statue that Deus was showing. It's going to be the goddess Saloon with her moon crescent of a staff standing in the area.
Stick right here. Wait, is that right there?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So when you place that, I believe it does not move, right? It's one
move.
static area, but it has like a 10 or 20 foot
So-
range that it hits people, right?
Yeah, let me read this to you and see how you take this. A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The Guardian occupies the space and is interstate except for the gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. Okay, so it's not
Gotcha.
Saloon anymore. Never mind. Any creature hostile to you that moves to the space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The Guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage.
Right.
Since it is in an unoccupied area, it says that they have to move. If they are disengaging it, does that still count as moving into its space?
Does it say that they move into the space or when they move out, like at all within the space?
To a space within 10. Oh,
right. So they have to be outside and in, and then come into. But you have created yourself a bit of a. It says 10 feet, right? So you said?
Yes, 10.
All right.
A space within 10 feet around.
So here, you guys would see this. Like this is the aura. If things move inside of here, this is the aura in which it will attack. Anything that moves in. And it says creatures that you deem as hostile, right? Perfect.
Any creature hostile to you.
Excellent. All right. So that's your action. You got a bony action.
Give me 1 second here. This stupid spell. Get the fuck out of here.
John, you're on deck, so if you can start looking ahead at what you want to do.
Yep. Oh, way ahead of you.
I'm going to cast Healing Words on Olaf.
All right. Is he within the 60-foot range of you? Seems rather far.
He might be. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
What about this guardy boy right here? How is he looking?
He's looking like he took a few points of damage.
Cool. We're going to cast on him then.
All right. Roll me that healing damage. As it turns out, he's undead. No, I'm kidding. All right. So he heals for a damage. Perfect.
Plus my spell casting modifier. So 4 damage total.
Excellent. All right. That's the end of your turn. You did your movement, your action, your bonus. All right.
Yep.
Mr. Jonathan Acheron Ryder Samuel Silvers the Third. What do you got, man?
Taking shit on them. I am.
You said you wanted titles?
Okay. How? Okay, how badly is that guy fucked up right now? The one
Which
that
guy?
they're facing. This. Am I able to click it? The one that Deus
if you click and hold, it'll like
Therai are facing.
One that. Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks great. That's actually Kaioken in a wild shape form. You've seen him do it. You've seen him do it once before, I think, in this form. But yeah, just so you know, that is Kaioken.
Okay. So I'm actually going to move right over here, right behind the.
Just fuck with him and be like, he looks like he's super hurt. You should try to get him. All right. Yeah, you huff it behind the bar.
Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna take my first shot on that wolf thing right ahead of me. Just right there.
Okay. Well, would he know? Would he know?
You have seen Kaioken summon animals before.
I think it would be safe to say that you would know that those are Kaioken's constructs.
Okay.
I would hate. Yeah, those are Kaioken's. That's his spell. He summoned a bunch of wolves. So
it'd be funny if I still shot at it.
It would be. I would personally. I would love that. But this guy, and this guy here are in the immediate area, and they are enemies. So anything here that looks like tanned hide.
Is that what that looks like to you?
Oh,
zoom in.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Looks like poorly tanned hide.
Okay, that's terrifying. Why show me that?
They used to be a bunch of Deuses, so you would see these things that have like these white bowl cuts and like.
It's because you went to the room seeing these things. You're like, kill the wolves.
Yep. All right. What do you got going on, bud?
I'm gonna go ahead and use Ray of Frost on that one, the one nearest to me.
This one.
Yeah, it's the one.
Fuck it up, fam.
Okay.
Oh, it makes a Constitution saving throw?
Let's see. Make a ranged spell attack. On hit, it takes 1d8. No saving throw.
Yeah, never mind then. What was the...
All right.
What was Lunar Explosion?
Acid Splash?
No. We're thinking of the cantrip.
Don't forget about your firearm and your turret.
Yeah, I still have that.
All right. Where's that spell attack? Fuck my shit up, fam. Oh yeah, that
14.
hits.
Okay.
And what does it do?
2d8.
Shit,
That's
2d8?
11 hit. Yep.
Fuck. All right.
Oh, that's not a cantrip.
No, that's a
No, it
level
is.
1. Ray of Frost? Oh yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Evocation
It
cantrip.
levels up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Then what's
Nice.
the one that we're thinking
think
of
that-
that's cold damage? I thought
think
Ray
that
of Frost
is.
was the Constitution save.
No,
Cone of cold,
it's
but
chill touch. Chill touch is the cone.
Oh.
Or like also my
No.
lunar explosion.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't have any other sort of. Oh, it does say frost damage, cold damage. It does say
I
cold
know. I know
damage.
what happened. I know what happened. Anyways,
the different naming of names.
well, so
It just gets
Your-
confusing.
that was your action. Now your bonus
Mhm.
action.
A bonus
Signore.
action, I do have the flamethrower, which I can still use. Its range is 15 feet. Help me
You-
out here. Does it make it?
You also have a force ballista
Oh yeah,
that you can do,
Mhm.
which is a bit of a longer
That's
range.
20 feet. Force ballista is.
It's like 60, I think, or 30, I think.
Trying to. Let me click on it. Range
Ah.
120. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me an attack. I believe if you look at your bonus actions, if you scroll down, it'll say force ballista, and then it'll give you
Mhm.
like a plus to hit, or it'll tell you to make a ranged spell
Yep.
attack.
Bonus action range spell attack inflicting 2d8. Where's the, so just how do I?
So if you go to your spells, at the top of your spell list, there is like a spell attack, like plus there's a little purple d20, like a swirly on it.
Yeah.
And if you click on that, that will give you the automatic roll.
So close. 14.
Nice, that actually hits. So
Nice.
go ahead and roll me the damage.
Mm-hmm. And well, 2d8 again. 6.
Force damage, 6 points of force damage as you blow holes. You freeze this thing temporarily. It's like, "Oh!" And then boom, boom, you shoot these two fucking blasts right through, and it blows chunks off of this thing that are like frozen crystalline.
Nice.
It is nearly dead.
Now, quick question, just to make sure I'm doing this correctly for
Yes.
the Oops, sorry, hold on. So for Ray of Frost, that uses 1 slot, right?
No, if it's
No.
a cantrip, you don't use a spell
Okay.
slot. It
And
just
what
takes
about
your action.
And what about Force Ballista?
That is not a spell. That is actually your construct, but it uses your spell modifier to attack. So that's
Okay.
like your little special artificer gun that you're holding.
Yeah.
Boom. That's that.
All right, thank you.
Yee. All right.
Just let you know, it also pushes them back 5 feet.
Oh shit. That's right. Boom. There you go. Thank
Nice.
you.
And
Thank
now
you.
I think he needs the cannon as a playable thing.
No, so he wanted to summon it tiny, which means that it's handheld, as opposed to small, which is the cannon that you're talking about.
Kind of like a wrist rocket.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all right, so that's gonna take us to A, C, D, E, B. Where did you go? Oh, that's this bad boy. So here's why it doesn't. The Spirit Guardian doesn't hit. Just so you know. Because you see where he's at here, where he started? Remember in D&D there's no circles, there's only squares. So this affects this range of this space right here. So he's already inside of it. Right, see how when you do that it says 10 into his space? So he's already inside of it. And now he's inside of you. 10, 20, 30. He is going to attack the guard. A 12 does not hit, and a crit fail doesn't hit. As he, but this guard's already kind of like leave me alone with the other one. So
He's the chosen one.
he is the chosen one. Oh, F is going to be this one here that is going to attack. Hiya. He attacks the guard. 21 and 6. So only one of these hits. 5 points of damage to this guard here. Next up is going to be G, and that's going to be the one that.
Oh my
Huh. Dan's never seen G. All right, so G is going to be the one that attacks presence, and he is going to Haya crit Haya 10. Does 10 hit? One sec. Eat my
That fucking
shorts.
caught me off guard so fast.
Well, good. Let us see here. His AC is 15, so that does not hit, but one of them hits, and it does double, so it's almost like he hits twice. We're gonna say that is what? Plus 3, 1, 6, so 7 points of damage to fucking presence. As he begins fighting this fucking whatever the fuck.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When Deus hit the one that is over Olaf, you said that he was grappled. Did he have to make a check to hold his grapple?
On the start of his turn, yeah.
Got it.
All right, now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no. So inside baseball, these things have an ability that if they make both of their hits, it's an automatic grapple. So on the beginning of Olaf's turn, he can make an escape attempt with the DC.
Or attack at disadvantage, I think.
If the bad guy just gets hit, it doesn't do anything. If the bad guy is, if something moves him, he moves with it, it can detach itself. And then a creature, including the target, can use its action to try to detach the boneless and force it to move to the nearest unoccupied space.
And I think you can still attack at disadvantage, but you're basically punching yourself in the face, right? Because like the animated rugs where it can envelop a character and then crush them on the rug's turn, and the character inside can make a disadvantage attack to attack the. That's the only thing I'm familiarizing myself with, so I don't know if it's true, but we'll find out. I'm sure
will
one of us will
certainly.
get got.
So, Kaioken, back up to the top of the round. Ooh, before we take your turn, let me make these guys. Who's got wisdom? Let's see here. Hey, John Ryder. I want you to make me 1, 2, 3 wisdom saving throws.
Whatever you roll, +5.
Okay.
You're in
No.
my aura.
No,
Nope.
they are not
sorry.
for John.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, wisdom saving throws. 3 of them,
3
right?
wisdom saving throws, please. These are to see if these boys. Okay, 13.
2.
Okay, there's 1.
3. Oh, well.
8 more vampires. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so 2 of them fail their wisdom saving throws. That's going to be this one and this one, as they both lose their minds. They break from seeing the giant blood monster. What's
Point
up?
to them again. I didn't see him.
It is this one loses, and
Yeah, scroll
this
up to
one
the top.
loses,
Ah, got it.
and this one and this one. Those guys lose their minds, and they are going to take their turns to flee out the hole in the back using their actions to dash. The moment that they get outside of its range of attack, it is going to make pseudopod attack against one of them. Because they see the giant open hole in the back wall, and they're like, ooh, it's already eating one of our friends. We need to get the fuck out of here, as this blood-curdling scream comes from both of them. It is going to use its reaction to pseudopod attack. A 15 hits the one that's closest to it, and it is going to take 7 points of damage. This one over here on the right, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw, which he does luckily, and is not paralyzed. Okay. So. That being that, Kaioken now. Oh wait, this guy attacks the boneless. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Get him!
He attacks. 1, that's 3. All right. That is his attack. And then the other one is currently inside of someone else, so he's going to try to make a strength saving throw, I believe. Oh, a strength check. Gotcha. These are actually pretty fucking accurate, as he makes a 20 with his strength check, and he is going to be able to detach himself from it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be the end of the knight's
How
turn.
about this guy?
Which guy? Ah, thank you very much. Hey, John Ryder, give me another wisdom saving throw, please.
You got it, Jefe.
Credit card?
Yeah, 20.
All right, yeah, he fucking makes it, and he is going to use his action to make a fucking attack against this thing, as these guys have short swads. Ooh, look at that. That is a I rolled a 17 plus 5, that's a 22. Something is all right, hopefully my internet's not going to freak out and crash. I apologize if it does. Just know I'll be able to hear you. All right, so
I think I got mine fixed from Xfinity. They came out and found a problem, and they fixed it. Thank you,
Well,
Xfinity.
Somebody roll me a d4 and tell me what they get.
This fake sponsor brought to you by Xfinity that's not sponsoring us.
1d4, please. Any one person.
Oops.
Did you make the appointment a year ago and they told you that it's still be available between, Monday through Friday?
No, they actually did it the next day.
Oh, that's nice.
It was actually really nice.
All right. Thank you.
I talked to
Now.
an old Southern woman. She was like, "Oh, I'll get someone out tomorrow." Eh.
Fuck, it didn't add them, did it? Okay.
You see my roll?
I saw Therai, so I went with that one.
Also, that reminds me of that one South Park episode with Cable.
I'm super sorry, Dan. I know I said it was your turn, but when I added Olaf and presence, it did not keep them in there. So they're going to go at 0 because I'm a big stupid poopy boy.
Okay.
All right, Olaf. Hey, President. Yeah. I hope you live.
Oh no, fucking.
What is that?
Oh no.
Olaf makes a dexterity saving throw.
So we're going to kill Olaf, right? For casting like
No. Olaf is the best.
Luckily,
Yeah, he
presence
just
can
might
also
kill
make
Presence.
presence makes a saving throw, not a dexterity, and he makes it. All right, so Olaf, roll me that goddamn fireball damage, please.
68 or
86. Okay, so presence is going to take 14 points of fire damage, and Olaf is going to take all 28. But also,
motherfucker,
these boneless. Hold on. Dude, Olaf is fucking, he's a yoke. What are you talking about?
What does this look like inside of this skin suit? Does he just like drop the piece straight down?
Let me hold on. Let me account for this damage real fast, and I will. All right, I gotta do 1, 2, 3. What is that? 20-foot radius?
What it really sounded like, since he has the skin suit on, was just.
Well, I think if I do this, 20-foot radius, 20 feet. Here, let me instead of trying to do that, let me just
grab the
throw
spell
up my, yeah, go ahead and take that off. Yeah, definitely go ahead and take that off. Yeah, definitely. Where? Here we go. What? What the fuck is that?
You gotta make it bigger.
Done. The fuck? Alright. That is definitely not. Why does this thing keep giving me different sizes? They're supposed to be like pre-sized. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 diameter. There we go. He's gonna do that. That just barely hits. Yeah, that just barely hits this boneless right here. It's inside of his thing. So 3 boneless make 3 dexterity saving throws because Olaf ain't about that life. 1, 2, 3. Okay, can someone else? No, never mind. Joke's on you guys. I'm just gonna roll this shit because you guys don't have the bonuses. Fail. That's a fail. That's a fail. All right, all three of them fail. All three of them take more damage than they can. So, dead, dead, dead. Wipes out three of them. As here's what you see. Olaf is currently like being embraced by this thing, right? And he just kind of, and you see him punch through the skin of one of these things and like blindly just go, eh. And you see as it rolls out like a marble. It's not like a pea of flame that expands. This thing is like, you hear a tick, tick, as it rolls to the middle and
So fucking cool.
freeing up those three. So that's going to be dead.
And in that instant, Bruno knew
Dead.
he was no longer going to play John Ryder.
Dead.
He was going to play Olaf.
Right.
Pretty much.
So that now is going to be Presence's turn. Again, I'm so sorry. Okay.
I want the things to happen because
All right. Presence, he
That
takes a
helps us.
second and looks around. He sees a veritable army down to the south with only a few bad guys, and then he sees this big up at the top. So he is going to use his 40 feet of movement to get up.
God, no.
He is going to use his bonus action to Step of the Wind.
Ooh, monk.
As he goes up, he is going to, I'm going to need this thing to make a fucking, I'm going to need it to make a deception check. Oh yeah, by the way, here's Presence, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the token.
Yeah,
It's good.
he looks very
Tired.
sleepy. So this thing has no bonus to its Charissima as it makes a deception check. 17. Oh boy, he is going to make an insight check.
Could you show
Insight
us
is going to be what?
Sorry.
You want the monster?
Yeah.
There you go. So this thing, it's kind of the same thing. As you can see, like, there's just collections of coagulation inside of this slightly slicker, semi-translucent, almost pustule, like outer blood, and inside it looks to have certain facial traits that kind of flow in and out as it's doing its thing. But he rolls a 26 insight versus the 18 deception, so he has now insightful fucking
He learned
fighting
something
bit.
about it. Yeah.
As he goes in with his short sword. Short sword, hiya. That is going to be a 13. I believe that hits. That hits. And then he is going to hit it with a second attack. That is a 25. I think that he doesn't get the flurry of action, or the flurry of blows bonus action. He doesn't get that. Oh. First one is going to be... That is that. Yeah, he makes 2 attacks, both of which hit. So he is going to... Hiya. And hiya. 5, 6. It does 11 points of damage to the blood monster as you see him come in. And he... At first they look like tonfa batons. He pulls them out from behind his back. And as he swings them out, you notice that they're actually like bladed weapons with like the handle on the side of the blade. So it's almost like making a little helicopter, like, you know what I mean? As he kind of, and that is going to be that. That's the end of his turn. Now, finally, Kaioken, I am super, super sorry.
It's all good.
Top of the morning to you, Kaioken.
I'm gonna move up 20 feet as a gray render, and then do probably my 2 claw attacks. Yeah, two claw attacks first.
Do it.
9 critical fail, then a natural 20.
Nice.
So
All
I'm
right.
gonna roll. So that's that, and then let me get where's the 2d8? Whoa, why did it?
Whoa. Okay. I
Dustin
think I
rolled
accidentally
26.
clicked D20 also. So let me just re-roll.
Just minus
1,
10
2.
from it is 16.
Okay, so 16 plus 13, so 29.
I suppose. What was the custom roll?
Wait, no,
2d8 plus a
There's a
d4?
D4 in there too. So let me just re-roll
Alright.
this.
Yeah, that's a weird. Oh, because you have to roll custom dice for it. Like, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. So 15 points of
15
damage.
15 plus 13.
Have you ever seen those chicken shredder like gloves? Like the
Yes,
things
I
that have like
have
the
them.
yeah. So that's pretty much what you do is you go in with one claw attack. You just rip this thing to shreds,
Nice.
and it dies.
Okay. Once that is done, I'm gonna move 5 more feet to a diagonal
Oh yeah.
there, and then I'm gonna do a bite.
Okay.
27.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
So it needs to do a DC 16. I think it's strength.
All right.
Oh, acrobatics or athletics, right?
So it has to make an escape DC.
Yes.
Is that on its turn or is that immediately?
If the target is medium or smaller, the target must succeed on an escape DC. That's all it says. I think it's right now, but maybe not, because if I'm biting it, I don't know.
Right.
It could just be a quick chomp. It could. I don't know.
So
That's up to
your
you.
reaction to fling that thing is that the trigger for that is when you bite.
So the action is to bite, and then for a reaction, if something hits me, I can then swing the body if it is grappled.
Gotcha. So you currently have this thing grappled in your mouth. I'll say that on its turn, it can try to make an escape DC. You do the damage, which is what?
24 critted
24?
on damage.
Fucking A.
All right,
Yeah.
I got 112 and an 8 plus 4.
You don't even have to worry about that motherfucker, as
I wanted to throw them around. All right.
it's
That's
got
fine.
oh
That's
it
fine.
has 2 HP left. Sorry.
Okay. That's fine. No,
but
that's-
you
that's
have
good.
this
That's good.
thing, you have this suitcase grappled. You have another claw attack if you wanted to use that.
I crit failed on the first one, and then I
right.
nat 20.
Right.
So those are my actions and movement. They are
Alrighty
done.
then.
Now for the wolves, which I have lettered, and it gave HP.
Gotcha.
One of them is going to move up, and it's going to hold its action for the next one to come up, just in case.
Did you want it to attack the one you got in your mouth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
then have
the
it in.
pack tactics, and I think it has to be. It doesn't have to be adjacent. They just have to be next to each other. So that's
Yeah.
good. It's not like flanking where you have to. Be on
Yeah, we're
sides.
not doing facing or anything. That's why they do that on crit roll, is because they have facing rules.
Mhm.
They don't have, but I mean,
Right.
yeah. If you want to wait until that thing gets out of your
Yeah. So then both of them will do their attacks. They each have one attack at advantage with pack tactics.
Okay. Go ahead
So
and roll me 2 attacks. What'd you
Wouldn't
roll?
it be 4? Because the other one was holding action for the other one to come up.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll tell you right now, one of them hits, and this thing has 2 hit points. So
the
what's
first
its
one's
plus to damage?
plus 2.
Then it automatically kills it with the first bite. Yeah, that's what I was like. They're not really
wanted
like
to
a,
get
but
used
you
to
know.
the system, because I've been trying to think of like how
Gotcha.
to do this if they, because they can still hold action. So those
Right.
2 are done. This one's gonna run up into this area, hold action again for the other one to come up.
Okay.
I should do it the right way. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay,
Perfect.
30-foot movement. They're both gonna do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The first one, all of them
There should
hit.
be one more.
Yeah, these things have a very low AC,
Okay,
as they don't have any
so-
armor and they're not very fast.
Then 2 attacks. So 2 8s.
2 8s, so 16 points of
16,
damage to
yeah.
this bad boy.
I need to turn off
Alright.
this hidden thing.
Okay, the next 2.
Can one? I don't like the question marks on it, but I will change that after my turn.
By chance, does
Um,
Therai think that these wolves are hostile? I I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
30 foot.
I mean,
Damn
yes,
it.
they're all super hostile. They need to die right now. Fucking.
Oh,
And this hairless thing next to me, that needs to die too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 30. So they're gonna hold action if anything can get in front of them. Damn it. I need to do it the right way. Dink, 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 dink. Dink, 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 dink. 30. The other 4 are just gonna hold action if anything gets near them, which are A, B, C, D. It's E, F, G, H. And then that's their turns.
All right. So then after that is going to be Blood Monster. Okay, he has this boy inside of him right now. As he's gonna and this guy's gonna with him. It is going to move over right to presence and 2 attacks. Okay, I guess it's just fuck me, isn't it? In it, this thing has not saved. The fucking game log has not saved on D&D Beyond for 14 minutes. So if I reload this page like I want to do, it's going to it'll take us back hundreds of years. So I'm gonna roll with a +5. That is an 8 total, and that is a 15 total, which meets it, beats, and a D6 plus 2 is what it rolls. See that? That's a 6 plus 2, that's 8 to presence. All right, and now presence makes a Constitution saving throw. He rolls 3 total. He fails. Presence is paralyzed. As you see this thing slap into him, and you see it's kind of hentai as you see this like bloody pseudopod go down his throat, and he's like doing this whole thing as this thing like now has him within its grasp. And I'm gonna see if it recharges. Oh, now it wants to roll fucking everything. Hold on a sec. This thing is catching up.
It's rolling so much.
All of a sudden now it's like, oh yeah, I got this. Sorry, give me a sec here, boys. Are we done now? Can I continue? Thanks. Okay, so 3. So it rolls a 3 on its d6. No, wait, that's the pseudopod. The fuck? Oh my fuck. All right. Pseudopod. Nope. All right, it does not recharge its blood puppeteering. So that is the end of Necrocore. The Unslain. Next up, Keksi, you're up.
Hi. I am raging. And seems like everything is kind of being handled down here.
Oh, is that one dead in between my posse of wolves? This one, yeah. This one I think is okay.
This one
But
had
I think-
2 hit points left, and you said it was
And
dead.
this one is not dead. This
Yeah.
one only had 10 points of damage done to it in total.
Mm-hmm. I think this one
Still
is
up.
dead.
Yeah, this one right here.
The one that was in Kaioken's mouth is dead?
Yeah, you said you had 2 hit points, and the wolf attacked it and
Yes,
killed it.
is dead. There.
Bing.
As it magically jumps 30 feet away using Misty Step. It doesn't. Okay, KKC, what you got?
35 movement. I'm going to use my action to dash.
Okay.
And goddamn you. I'm just gonna run. He's gonna run past him anyways, so shit. Sorry. Fucking goddamn it. Fucking
Oh my
run.
god, this is the worst I've seen.
You redoing your fucking camera wires again?
I'll take that.
Opportunity attack on me? Okay. Fucking
Yes.
do it.
All
I
right.
dare you.
There's a 14. Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. Deuceus. What's up, man?
I'm gonna go max 15 here.
Hey, real quick, make me a perception check.
And then max my weapon here. 13, my dude.
You're looking out to tell your spiritual weapon where to go, and you, and only you, see Gerald outside of the bar at the blasted hole, just staring at you. So you've moved, you've used your bonus action. Did you want to use your action?
Yeah, I'm gonna as I sense him, I'm gonna fire a lunar explosion at this one in front of me, but like still face him, you know.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. That's they roll con 17.
Right. Which one is it again? God damn it, Dan. Move your goddamn mouse.
I can't do it if he's doing.
Sorry, I'm trying to help you.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, con save. Hiya. 10.
Nope. So.
All right.
So he takes the damage, and he has disadvantage.
Okay, until the start of your next turn, I assume.
That is probably correct. Oh, wow, it's not bad.
All right, 9 points of damage.
It has disadvantage on the next weapon attack it rolls. So just whatever its next weapon attack, I think.
Okay.
Before the end of its next turn.
Gotcha.
So not me, but it's movement, bonus, action. I'm done. But yeah, he's still staring at Gerald. And he's even gonna say out, Gerald!
So everybody would hear him say that or call out Gerald. Therai, you are up, sir. What do you got going on, my guy?
I am going to be a dashing hooboo-doo-boo. Right. Oh, wait. Oh, crap. Those are bad creatures, aren't they? That doesn't happen, actually.
John, you're on deck, by the way. Be ready to take your turn.
I am dashing over there. Ready to where? How badly does Presence look?
Presence looks like he's paralyzed, and from the back he don't look so good because he's not facing you. In fact, he has his back turned to you. His arms are splayed out, and he's like convulsing as this thing is like got this tentacle, this bloody tentacle into his mouth.
And I'm sorry, but I think you take an opportunity here, right?
Where?
Did he run? He ran that way?
No, he's right here.
Then no.
No, I ran. Yeah, I ran past behind the wolf.
Oh,
So
he
when,
would.
yeah.
He
right.
would. Yep, he would. Because
Wait,
of
on
that
what?
square right there. You ran through that square right there.
Oh, you.
And you didn't plan out your movement.
That's yep.
Whatever. Fucking hit me, baby. Let's do it. Hit me, baby, one more
All
time.
right.
Oh, shit.
What's your
Just
AC?
game.
What's your AC? 16?
13.
Ooh, it hits. As you take 6 points. As you take 6 points of damage.
Ooh.
Does it jump
6
on him
points of
for reaction?
no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, whoops.
Good. That's
Oops.
really good.
You said I heal for 6 points of damage? Nice.
All right. So you have used your action. You got a bonus action that you can use.
Yes, sir. Healing word, baby.
Healing word.
Let
He's
me
within
see.
60 feet of you.
Let's
So
see.
far, definitely not.
Nope.
Nah, he's totally. What are you talking about? He's totally within 60 feet of me.
You need
I don't
spell
think
slot,
Presence is
no?
gonna make it.
I mean, if you have a 30-foot move, no, never mind.
Nah, that's it then.
All right. Is there any other bonus action you want to use?
I mean, the mage is by you. He probably looks pretty hurt.
Olaf definitely looks like he's taking damage.
Wait. Nope. Never mind. Shit. You know what?
By no means is he bloody, but he has taken damage.
Wait. Okay. Now that I've been hit,
Can I do a reaction against that reaction or no?
Actually, before that, can you make me a concentration saving throw? I believe Spiritual Guardian is a concentration.
I
Spell?
don't think so. Let me
No?
double check real quickly here. I think it's just up and about. But let me double check. Guardian of Faith is duration of 8 hours, no concentration.
Perfect. So then, yes, go ahead and make your reactionary attack.
Son's about to get rebuked,
All right.
y'all.
Hellify me.
I rebuke you in the name of the
All right, now
Lord.
do a dexterity saving throw?
I don't think he.
Uh,
You point your fingers at the creature the damage used, momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. Get the f out of here, dice damage. On a no dexterity
Yeah.
saving throw.
I was
17.
gonna say, because A, it's fire, and B, there's only one spell that's guaranteed to hit, and that's Magic Missile. So, dexterity saving throw. And it's
Except
only
if you have
guaranteed unless you have shield. Yeah. Shut up. Okay. Okay, all right. Here we go. 21, so we save. So he takes 5 points of damage.
Yeah, he takes 5.
That's that boy in the middle there. All right. I see you. I smell your air. Okay.
And
He's looking
for
very
my bonus
critical.
action, that boy, that magical boy named Olaf,
Yes.
is healing 9 points of damage.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I didn't want to have to do that, but yeah, you know. All right. That's the end of your turn then.
Yes,
Next up, Mr. Acheron. Captain of the Reaper's Scythe.
Okay. So I'm going to turn
Breaker
my
of
attention
Magubliet.
towards. Wow, you're just gonna keep going with
The
those.
Lich's Woe
Ooh,
is the
I kinda
another
like
title that
one.
you guys had.
I am going to go for the guy right over here, right on my side of the bar.
That guy is not there. Sorry. I just moved his token out of
Oops.
the way so that way they would know he's dead.
Okay.
Sorry. But there are these two here are still alive, as is this one that's surrounded by wolves.
Problem is, they're all surrounded by allies. Well,
You
except
can
the
see
wolves, that
them.
one's
If you're gonna do a
yeah.
ranged attack, you'll have a clear line of sight. You'll be
I
fine.
have a good amount of attacks that are like everything within that range.
Right. Well, you can always hop over the bar, hop on
Yeah.
top of the bar if you wanted to. That's always a plus.
But yeah, that's think what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go. I think I was right here. Trying to move closer right here.
Right.
Stand on top of the bar.
Do it.
And I'm going to start with my crossbow. I'm going to attack the nearest
This
creature. Yeah, it's the one.
Fuck him up, bam. Hit me with your. Oh yeah. Oh my god, that
fuck
hits.
Yeah.
Okay, and then damage.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
For whatever reason, man, you fucking fire that crossbow. It goes like through its head down and like splits its back and pins it like a tail of its skin through the floor. It's still going, but it is just about cut in half. I mean, this thing is so close to death.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action and use the force ballista on the other
Damn it.
one.
I was hoping you'd use flamethrower, but that's fine.
Can it reach? Because I'm reading it and flamethrower. Because I was gonna use it, but it says range area reach. So
It can
Torch
totally
the guard
hit
if
both
you
of them,
used it.
but you will torch the guard. But I mean,
Okay.
it's just a guard. No one gives a shit about guards, right?
hey man, I'm trying to do good. Okay, trying to do some level of good.
Just telling you your options, man. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. All right.
Force ballista, the other creature.
Roll me that ranged spell attack, Magoy. Boneless bee, you're on deck.
15.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And I had it.
Come on, don't kill him. You don't want to kill him. You don't want to. 2d8.
Yep. 13.
You killed him. All right.
Oh really? Shit.
Yeah. As you fucking
Pew pew.
And blow its head off and then dead. All right, next up. This boy be dead. So he is gone. Next up is going to be the one right next to him. No, that's this one that's next. Is the one that's doing the wolf thing. He's a stupid, mindless zombie. Not very smart. As he attempts to attack the living thing in front of him. 10 misses. 17 hits. 6 points of damage to said guard. Said guard dies as it is slammed to death by this.
Yeesh.
And this thing just, in an attempt to climb up over him, has just like broken his skull. Starts bludgeoning him. You see the guy go down and it kind of... all right, that's the end of him. Haji, who hasn't been touched at all, is going to slam. Dun-dun-na, dun-dun-na, and he only hits once. All right, that is 5 damage to this guy here. He is fine for now. Next up, oh, that one's dead. That was the one that was inside of the Mouthus, and there we go. All right, after that, Olaf, he is gonna go, what in the fuck is that up there? Up, 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 up. All right, Olaf. Let's see here. What does Olaf have? Ooh. Is this Superior Thunderbolt? Each creature within 10. Ah, fuck. Of course. Yeah, he didn't have very much. And he already used his 7th level spell. Oh, that's poop and stupid. 30 feet, 60 feet. Is he within 60 feet? Would he do that? Mayor, very possibly. Oh yeah, he's within 60 feet. No, he wouldn't do that because he wouldn't put him in harm's reach, I suppose. Actively. Okay, that's going to be the end of his turn. Actually, he's going to hold his action. You'll see that he produces another one of these marble-essent fireballs. He's going to go, get the fuck out of the way, presents! Move! Not realizing that he is dying. Presence, I believe, can make a fucking... I make the boom boom happen. You see, that's how that works. Boom boom. All right. I believe he can do a... Oh, no, he's just fucking paralyzed. All right, cool. So he spends the rest of his turn going... And
Damn.
now,
Jesus.
top of the round, these two guards get out, but not... Oh yeah, it hasn't been his turn yet. He already did his reaction. So these two guards get out. This guard, he has his wits about him. He's gonna blow a whistle. Oh my god. No. God damn it. Alright, so he's gonna blow his whistle. He's gonna use his action to call more guards. The one inside is like being dissolved by the necrocore, and that one is dead. This one over here is going to make an attack. Same with the +5. Hiya. And that does not hit as he goes to attack the boneless. All right, Kaioken, it is you, my man.
Okay. I am going to
Necrocore, you're on deck.
Oops. I am going to use my, I believe it is 30-foot movement. Position myself not to get an opportunity attack. I'll go there. And then I'm going to dash. Oops. So that's my action, no bonus action, onto the wolves. Find A. He's going to run up, go there, hold action. B. Going to run up. And then both of them are going to attack. So for 2 attacks at advantage.
Quick question. Is that concentration?
Yes, it is.
Okay. 2 attacks at advantage.
18 or 13.
18 and a 13 both hit.
Nice. All right. 2 attacks. 8 and a 5.
All right. 13 points of damage is dealt. Insta bloody to this thing as these things just start like ripping into him with their paws and like tearing bits of flesh off.
Okay, C is going to stay there. E is going to move up and do an attack at advantage.
All right, roll me that shit, baby. 10 points.
10.
Oh,
10 hit.
10 does not hit.
Okay, that's the end of his turn. F is going to come up. Oh, shit. Let's see if he can even get behind here. Okay, let's start over. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That work? Advantage. 2 points of 9 points of damage.
All right, 9 points of damage as this thing joins in the fun.
And then
What's next?
Ooh, is it not dead yet?
Nope.
Oh,
Almost, but it's not quite.
Okay. They're gonna have to just chill there. C down here, the one on the bottom, and then D right next to it are going to do their single attack at advantage. 23 for one, 22 and 23. The other ones, so 2 attacks. 8 and 7. That guy's still standing.
No, that one's fucking dead.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, so they're done, or they still have movement. One of them's gonna get right behind Keksi. They're gonna be flanking Keksi as not menacing as possible as they can. G, I don't believe can get to the other ones, but it is going to dash for its action. Get up to me. And this one is going to also dash just a little bit further. And then that's their turns.
Okay, so that being that, next up is going to be Blood Boy. He has him paralyzed, which means, if I remember correctly, that everything's at advantage, and paralyzed, anything that hits is an automatic crit, right?
Leave alone. Oh, wait, you're asking? So paralyzed?
Yeah. A 20 hits
Let's see.
and a 21 hits. So, if both of those are crits,
Paralyzed creatures incapacitated, see condition, automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against creature have advantage. Any attack that hits creature, anything that hits the creature is a critical hit if it's within 5 feet. Fuck.
right. So, that's going to be 4d6 plus 4 damage. I'm just going to roll
To presence?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Oh no.
All right. That's only 10 points of damage.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
I was waiting for that.
So here's presents, and you see this thing just hit him in the sides of the head. You see the top of his head just as this thing engorges itself into him and drags him inside of itself.
Presents.
Let's see. Okay. Couple of things happen. One, you see a mist creep in from the outside. Keksi, I need you to roll me a perception check. Presence is dead after having his head exploded and the blood forced itself down his body.
And
Make me a perception check.
He wasn't even supposed to work today.
He wasn't.
Okay. You see the silhouette. You see a silhouette outside of the blasted hole. But it's like the bit of refraction that the moon still gives would give you a smooth top of a head. All right. Nana Yeshua. Okay. So that is Necrocore's turn, as it is going to use its movement to leave.
Oh, you bitch.
So, let's see here. Who is left? As this thing uses it doesn't have very much movement, but it does. Oh. Okay. Yep. You see it out and around as it these two bodies inside, one of presence, one of this unnamed guard, floating around inside of the effluence as it takes its leave from the rest of you. Next up is Keksi. You are raging. You are flanked by either wolf. You've got a gray bear and a few, like, this whole battlefield is wolves right now, but there are one of these is dead. This motherfucker's dead, and there is one more living, boneless, I believe. Yeah, there's one more living boneless. Sorry, when the baby monitor went off, I muted it for you.
So it is now out of sight. Big bad? Okay.
Yes. It disappears around the corner of the blasted hole.
That's right. Butthole.
What?
So that's what I call my butthole.
Oh, ew.
Same.
I will shoot a crossbow bolt at. Well, no, I have at this guy down here with all the wolves in the way. Who's measuring my shit? Dan.
It's always Dan.
Why are you measuring my shit, Dan?
Because I'm
All right, what do you
curious
wanna
how
do?
far away it is.
Okay, rolling with the homies. So it'll be 23 because we're subtracting 1.
Is that within your range? What's the crossbow's range?
8320.
So
I'd
you
have
can
to
do it at
back up.
disadvantage.
I can
or
back
you can
up.
move. Wait, are you attacking the blood monster?
No, I'm talking this guy down here.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were attacking the blood monster because you were talking about wanting to know where it goes and all that. Yeah. That hits.
Okay, yeah, I was just wondering. Okay, so it'd be 8 points of damage because you said subtract 1, right?
Yes.
And then I will move. All the way up there, 35 feet.
I am super sorry. Yeah, you fucking, and that thing is dead. I
Okay, cool.
totally, yeah, sorry, I was looking at
Bang,
the
bang,
wrong
boom,
thing.
done, son.
As you turn, you shoot, it fucking finishes splitting that little bit that John was already splitting, and the wolves are tearing apart.
Where I see, you said with my perception, I could see. Never mind.
As we
Yeah,
finish combat, unless you guys wanted to attempt to pursue it, even if you did want to attempt to pursue it, this is the end of this combat. So we are now out of combat. Let's take a quick breaky break real fast, get some things in line, and then we will come right back. Cool.
Sounds good.
We will jump back into it then.
Yeah, let's at least finish this shit up.
All right. So with that being said, you guys have just witnessed this horrifying creature that once was 2 creatures kill presence and make off with a couple of bodies outside into the alleyway behind the adamantine anvil. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, Deus would try to run to the exit there and see if he could see him.
What about Kaioken?
Kaioken's running after the thing with the wolves in tow.
And John.
At least to see if it's outpacing me at dashing with the wolves. I know there would be lingering people or wolves behind, but yeah, if I see if it's like slipping into a sewer grate, like at wherever it's going, if because I think I would probably get up to, actually, how do I undo my last? I think I was
Control
right
Z.
here. Oh,
Well, I have no idea.
it doesn't work for me. But so yeah, just because I don't know how much more ahead he is. I don't know if he dashed. I don't know his movement.
Yeah, so like Deus
Right.
when he got sorry.
But yeah, I would
as soon as I got out of the hole, perceive maybe if there's tracks. Yeah.
Deus would yell at this guard here. Did you see where he went?
Right. So, John, what are you doing while they initiate doing this?
Where is?
Are you bringing your spiritual weapon with you, Deus?
Oh, I just kind of floated with me.
Gotcha. What are you doing, John?
Where is Presence's corpse? Did that creature take it with him, or he just dropped that shit off?
Took it with him, and the body of another guard.
Fuck. Let me rush to Olaf.
All right, yeah. Olaf is like, oh my god, you fucking see that thing?
And
he's not.
Thing was.
He's not running. He's like, it was made out of the goo of the vampires. You see it? Yeah. What the fuck? And he's like, I don't. Ew.
Wait. Hold on, old man. You never seen anything like that at all. You never came across by it.
This doesn't faze you? Oh, weird. You know, maybe I'm not as hardcore as you.
I don't say anything about being hardcore, but like, I mean, I feel like you see some shit.
No, I've never seen people turn into goo and then have that goo turn into a monster that then explodes the fucking head of a person. No, I've never seen that. That's really weird, right? I think everyone sees that by the time they're 12. Jesus Christ. Come on. And he's gonna also, they'll be trailing behind, but they'll be behind you guys as you guys run out and around. This thing, it didn't get like a crazy lead on you, but also you were a pretty significant distance away, right? So you're basically just closing the distance with it. And Dan, just like you were saying, you see this thing slide into a grate as it bubbles up, relinquishing its hold on Presence's body and the guard's body. Both of which look like, you guys ever seen Anaconda?
Yes.
You remember how what's his name comes back out of the Anaconda when it regurgitates him up? Like digested for some reason. Like somehow it just looks like as they're just these two corpses on top of this grate.
Like the skin is kind of melting off.
Oh yeah, very much so. Looks like it was actively digesting them as it was leaving.
No, poor Presence.
You guys find yourselves in the middle of the night, like pre-dawn hours, with one guard like, oh my god, as he's like watching what you guys just saw, the same guard that called the whistle. The other two guards are like equally shocked. What the fuck was that? What do we do?
That had to have been from the hunters. Have you heard of the hunters?
Yeah, everybody's heard of the hunters.
That
oh my god.
Was them. They seem to be hiding in the sewers or underground.
The hunters are thieves.
Not anymore. Now the hunters are vampires, murderers,
That's
and abominations.
A vampire?
And abominations. It was a vampire.
Oh my god. What the fuck were those skin things?
I don't know.
Those were vampires? What happened to like blood sucking?
John would like to step in, kind of like talk to the guy, like, hey, focus. Okay, I get that you have a lot of fucking questions, kid, but maybe you should fucking go to your superior and probably report what the fuck happened.
He's right there. My superior's laying down on the ground.
What are your other superior? Yeah, more you should must have more than one superior.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Deus is gonna go out towards the body. Presence.
While all of this is happening, Kaioken is running into an alley as the gray render, trying to like circle around to the front, and then all of the wolves are going 60 feet away from me to dispel themselves.
Okay.
Like in different directions. And then I want to try and circle the building and then come back through the entrance. Like relinquishing wild shape in a safe area if I can.
So I get what you're saying. You want to be able to get rid of all the evidence like as safely as you can. Make me a perception check.
Can I do it at advantage with the Grey Render site before I relinquish the form?
Does the Grey Render have advantage on perception?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then yes.
Perception.
John is gonna wonder why Therai and Keksi aren't saying anything.
Oh,
Shit.
right. You'll look over to them to talk to them, and then you'll see a big AFK stamp above their head with a middle
What the-
finger emoji right behind it.
What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah.
You know, we'll deal with it later.
Just says get fucked. What's the question?
So typically on the character sheet. Oh, that's right, because I pulled up outside. Never mind. I still do it with my. So every time I use the wild shape like tab in my character sheet,
Right.
anytime I do one attack, it kicks me out of it. So I opened up the character sheet through like the homebrew stuff,
Right.
just to like do the things since I use the physical stats, but the mental stats are less than I
yours.
have. Yes.
That's So it's
So
fine. You
I
can just, if you don't mind
do
switching just
passive.
back to your thing.
Yes. So perception at advantage, natural 20, then a
Okay.
28.
You would see. So first of all, as you run out, you're in an alley, right? This is the back of the building already. There is room for alley. Like there's a pretty intricate system of alleyways as you go running around that you can like. You have no problem circling around. There is only a split second. Luckily, you're able to find it because, again, this city doesn't really sleep. There's always somebody somewhere most of the time. As you're running around, there's like some vagrants that are like kind of like finally sneaking their way into the fucking upper crust area, and then they kind of see this like this fucking hairless bear running, like trying to, and you see this. And you see them like look at you, look at each other, look back at you as you kind of dip around a corner, and then you like they don't come. You kind of quickly morph and keep running, not towards them, but away from them, back towards the street. Your wolves, you would hear yelling. As wolves aren't really like common.
Oh yeah.
So when they disperse out, there's just a few people that notice these wolves that like they have stuff on them, right? Like some of these wolves have blood and shit on them from like the thing, and then they just
turn back into dust as they're running.
Yeah, you would like all of you guys would just hear this like these little isolated incidents around like the immediate like neighborhood area. It's just like what the fuck. But yeah, you're able to successfully run back around.
One's like glitching into a wall, like just running straight, and
one's looking to the left, and
yes.
Then there's the of course there's always one doing the Bethesda glitch out as it
It's hit by a fucking giant and blasts up into the sky.
So Kaioken comes back. Deus, you're looking at the body of Presence.
Oh, yeah, he'd go up to it and like get on his knees, close his eyes.
Oh, close. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, there's not a lot left of his head. So this thing already had its blood pseudopod into his mouth, and then it kind of like crushed him from the sides and exploded the top of his cranium. So you pretty much have like a jaw situation, like a jaw down.
A while ago, I bought some cloth from a vendor.
For the vestments.
I'm gonna put that over.
Yeah,
what we would call his head.
Yeah. So you did buy. I remember distinctly you bought a yard of like silken wares or something like that, and you kind of like it's a 3 foot by 3 foot. You kind of place that over him, over the grate. The other guard's body is there as well. His is a little
name tag.
Yeah, he's one nameless guard. Look at you. You don't even have a name, right? That whole. Anyway, so yeah, those guys are there. You're doing that, John. What were you doing again? You were.
At first I said I was gonna check up on Olaf.
Right.
And we had the old conversation. Then the guard was freaking out and told the guard to come down. That's really it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Persuasion. If I can find it. There it is. Yuck, 6.
The guard goes, "The fuck do you mean calm down? What the fuck is..."
If I may add some flavor, let's just say I'm like covered in blood and goo and shit.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
probably not helping.
He's like,
hold on.
he's like, "I signed up to stop bank robbers or like petty crimes, not to get into a fight with human skin and blood monsters. All right,
I get it, kid. I truly understand.
Don't
Doesn't-
go anywhere.
It
Don't
doesn't
go
change
anywhere.
the fact that you are in the middle of the shit. So you really have two choices. You can fucking walk, leave, and no one will ever fucking see you again. Or you can do your fucking job.
By the way, Keksi, you are back in if you wish to be,
The middle finger is now gone.
because I had you AFK. Okay. No, we're in session still. That's what we're doing. Oh yes, they're dealing with the ramifications of that. So, you kind of give him this pep talk, and it does something for him, right? He does kind of like somewhat steal his resolve, but it's not like
Yeah.
he's a normie. He's not an adventurer, right? So to him, what would you guys like to do before the guards that are responding to the whistle?
So
Get there.
Deus would want to move him, but might as well not, for the investigation, I guess.
Right.
So he'd come back inside. And at that point, he would just talk to the other guards
All right.
and just pretty much be like, "Look, that was the hunters. The hunters attacked earlier today. They were vampires. Those dead bodies turned into whatever those flesh abominations were. That's why, you guys were called out. And yeah, we don't know what they are, but we know that those before the predecessors were hunters. So we're to assume that these is more work the hunters, and that the abomination went underground. So that might be where their base is, or their hideout, or something."
Gotcha. So, these guards are like, for a while you're talking about this, they're kind of listening to you, kind of not. They seem to be a little shell shocked, but they're receiving what you're saying to a degree, and they're like, the hunters did this. Okay, sure. The hunters are not thieves, they're monsters. And they came in here and attacked you guys and the rest of these patrons, and then this happened. Okay. The hunters did this. Fine. We need to wait for the captain. When the captain gets here, we will likely scour dockside and dredge the district. Okay. They kind of get their resolve back. Like, okay, we have a target. Hunters. Looking for those. Right. So you guys are just gonna like hang out and lounge around while you wait for these guards. What are you doing, Kaioken?
If John or Keksi sees Kaioken coming through the entrance, since I snuck around, I'll try and like back to the pantry and kind of go in there and wait to see if either of them come in. And
they are both following with you guys. There's no way that they're gonna you're gonna leave the normal people by themselves in this big empty bar that was just attacked by nightmares. Nah, they're not. No, they're both remembering that their job was to escort you guys, and also that you guys just defeated these horrid undead abominations, so they're not leaving. Yeah, the guards are coming with you. There's no way. They're like leaving a toddler at the store. You know what I mean? At this point, because you guys seem to have your shit, and they don't.
Yeah, they just saw us taking down fucking monsters. So basically, it's their flight or fight instinct. We're like, they're safe. We may not die with them.
Okay. So as everyone, I think Keksi is here, or is she in the?
Keksi or
Yeah,
John.
she's here.
If they get in close, I'm like, I'm looking for something. We're gonna say it's clues to find the bad guys. Help me.
What are you looking for?
Is this without the guards being able to hear you? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I mean,
Or-
I'm trying to kind of tip them off that I'm looking for something that's entirely unrelated.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh.
Then to John, I'm like, I have a
Alright.
business proposition for you. Help me find some expensive seeds. We'll talk about it later. Oh,
John just looked confused, like, huh?
Okay.
listen,
Go
I am a
ahead and
tracker. I
just-
need certain components to help
Just-
me track.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. If John's helping you, do it at advantage.
John, you want to help me find some saffron?
John,
or
you want to
something
look
really
for me? Your intelligence is higher. You want to look for me?
Hey, here's a
please?
magnifying glass. If you find something interesting, it might help you out.
Also,
God
let's not
damn.
forget that John is still covered in blood and goop,
Yep.
specifically goop. So he's kind of like, oh,
I think Kaioken would actually be pretty clean because he's got
Oh, yeah.
the skin suit and then it comes off.
like a condom. It's just
So-
gone. It's all
Yep.
clean on the inside.
Go ahead and
Yes.
roll me an investigation check, John, with advantage.
Okay.
And we're looking at a pantry, just so you know.
You're looking for spices and ingredients
Yes, I'm
in a pantry, just so you're aware of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hey, 25 total. That's my best one.
All right.
I find the fucking
Give
the
me a sec.
magic lamp from Aladdin. They're
Saffron.
like, hey, here it is.
Saffron seeds. I want saffron.
Let's just use the
Then-
genie to find the saffron.
I'll tell you what. You find saffron.
Okay. I think he's just gonna give
Sure.
us that, is he?
If that's the one thing that you want, then that's what you'll find.
I would like to find all pieces of Exodia.
It is.
Fuck, man.
It would be not to innate. I don't know in this world, but I'm trying to find something of monetary value in a fantasy world.
I remember.
Yeah, so it's probably a small vial, right? Like
it's probably a bag. It's probably
Okay.
like a small bag. Like no. You would find a bag that fits in your hand, and it would not be like bursting at the seams.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
It would have like shake inside of it. It wouldn't. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be. You know what I mean? Anything that's gonna be. Yeah. You can just custom item rare exotic seeds, and then I'll come up with the equivalent of saffron
okay.
in
cool.
this.
So John finds the saffron for Kaioken, right?
Yeah.
John would also ask to get like, hey, big man, here you go.
So-
Now, just listen, big man. You know me. You know I like to have fun. Remember that one time I fucked an entire brothel of dragon women? That I remember that. That was a fun time.
That
Right.
sounded exhausting. I heard most
No,
of it.
no, surprisingly, didn't get anything from it. Regardless, I'm trying to do something good here, a little different, make up for my past sins, all that stuff, right? Right. Maybe let's hold off on picking up saffron because those guards are terrified as shit. Like
Well, no,
they just look like they saw things we will never be able to describe.
Now that I found it, it's okay. Now that I found what I wanted, we don't. Yeah.
No, this is the first step, John. This is our means of money, and I have a proposition for you. After we deal with the guards,
I'm
that are
not
currently
pissing in
looking-
jars again, Kaioken. That was a long time ago.
This is way better. This is way better. It takes two of us to make this plan work. I'll
John.
explain it to you later.
While you were looking around, you found this little bag of saffron or whatnot, right? What you also found was an oddly placed candle that is in a little bit of a hollow right next to the door. And it, upon your 25 inspection, it would seem as if it was a part of the wall. So, like, you know what exposed studs look like? Right inside of a thing. In certain cases, for like 8 foot and taller walls, they will actually put a piece of mid rail like in between the studs to keep them straight. And this thing is in a little blocking that is in the middle of this wall, and there's a candle in there and the candle is a solid piece of this. As you look at it, it looks like it might be a disguised lever.
Okay.
That's
Okay. So I find it.
Would we
and,
have
like-
any recollection of how we got into?
you guys never ever saw it.
Oh,
You never
But
went
I-
into the pantry to see the machinations for going down into the forge. You stood on the middle thing and it lowered itself down.
well, Celia, Saul, and Kaioken went down below to do the fighting pit. So I thought, like, was this the passageway or?
No, the whole
Oh, okay,
the
different.
whole
okay, it's different.
center carpet area with the giant anvil was a platform that went and lowered.
Oh, okay.
After he did a
That's what I
big
remember.
huge speech about the forge and the crucible and the this and the that's.
Gotcha.
John, as he's looking for it, he finds the lever and he can clean. He can kind of put two and two together, like you said. It's
Yeah, it
It's a
looks like a
lever.
lever. So
Okay,
you're gonna pull a DD or
yeah. Honestly, I feel like John at that point was like, "What the? This
the room begins filling with sand. No, I'm kidding. So you go to
Yeah.
Deus. Did you go into the pantry with them?
I did before, but he never asked me to go with him.
All right. So you're out front.
So
You're out.
Dave should probably be like sitting down in one of these chairs, probably at the bar,
All right.
because he's exhausted, right?
Yeah. And we will say that Keksi and Therai are joining you, sitting down, kind of like doing the heavy breathing thing. Like you guys have been fighting and adventuring for nearly a full 24 hours at this point. Olaf comes back over and he's like, well, I guess I'm just going to leave that corpse out there. Fuck him. This is too much.
I figure don't move the bodies. Don't want to inspect them, right? Don't want to give them a reason, that we might be
Yeah,
tampering
sure.
with things. I spent that entire fight running to the exit. I feel like I'm dying.
At this point, I'm just fucking tired. I'm.
Do you
This
think
is
they'll
too
let us sleep
much.
somewhere else tonight?
I mean, truth be told, I'm pretty sure we're all tired because it
You
really
are
feels like
not
we've been.
there, sir.
Oh shit! I'm in the pantry. Never mind.
But Therai would be like, well, if we need to, we can always go to Dockside East, West, and Community House. But I know of several. And then Keksi would be like, I don't know, I'm just fucking tired. I think those are pretty spot on. And then Olaf would be like, what are we doing? Are we gonna see this through, or are we gonna leave?
I think we're seeing this through.
Okay. Because
Why? What do you suggest in your
I don't
wisdom?
suggest anything. I suggest that I'm tired.
Is there a baby in your throat?
Yes.
I suggest I'm tired. I would like nothing more than to get an 8 hours of sleep.
Right. I just want to not be stressed anymore. Before I met you guys, it was like, oh, hey, go do this quick job. Oh, and now all of a sudden, like, there's towns blowing up, people dying left and right. We go back here, I find out that one guy that I thought was a colleague of mine is actually an evil villain. Fucking, you guys are just balls of excitement and joy. This is great. I don't know what is even anymore. But
You wouldn't happen to know any warlocks in Darkside, did you?
did you call it Dark Side?
No.
Right. Because
In the city is what I said.
oh yeah, down at Dockside,
Yes, Darkside.
where the shipping is.
Oh boy, that makes a lot more sense now.
Right. It's almost like it was just a joke that we were saying, calling it Dockside. No, he would tell you that he spent a lot of time in Dockside, and Therai would back up probably most of what he was saying. When Olaf tells you about what he has seen in Dockside, he would tell you, he goes, look, most people, they're really bad at hiding their magic. Look at Kaioken. He's like, Six-eyed bear comes back out of the alleyway. Oh, hey guys, it's me. Fucking wolves and shit. Like, you guys are like really like woo with your magic, right? Me too. Now, most people think they're being sneaky, but they're not. And so when you see somebody who is somehow incredibly charismatic, somehow charming the pants off of folks, when you know what magic is, you can kind of tell, right? He's like, so I am not a warlock. I took the time to learn my magic. Like a regular person should. But I do know there's a pretty cool cat named Virgil down in Dockside. He shows up every once in a while. He's real big into gambling. And Therai goes like, no, this is the one I was talking about previously. He is less reputable. We should go to Argroth, the tiefling. And then Olaf would be like, I mean, that's fine, but like, Argroth is a paladin. And he's kind of pretentious. Most paladins are. And he looks at Deus kind of long, like, I mean, I'm not wrong.
Never said you were.
Right. He goes, but why don't you just go to the Black Veil? Don't get me wrong, I hate them, right? But you're clearly not gonna try to sign up with them, right? Because it sounds like you don't want a warlock. Like,
it's just I'd rather not work with the Black Veil.
What is anything about work with them? What, you think you're gonna
not ask a favor?
What's the favor?
I'd rather not be in debt.
You're gonna die anyways.
That's a good point.
So for one, according to you, you're dying. So whether you speed it up or you let it drag out as if it were some sort of cancer, the end result is the same. So you got nothing to lose.
I'm just afraid going to the moon isn't going to help me. I'm almost positive saying he does not give a shit if I die or not.
Who gives a fuck what she thinks?
Exactly.
Isn't that like your whole deal is taking your powers into your own hands or whatever?
Yes, but
so
my new friends want to go to the moon, and I don't want to be the reason to stop them.
Okay, well, I mean, this is the biggest city that you'll ever see in your entire life. So gather up all the information here. There's walks of life that you couldn't fathom, possibly.
Can I call you Uncle?
No. You can call me better than you, but that's a personal preference. Look, I'm Arcane Eye through and through, right? But if you want to talk about dark, twisted powers and patrons and contracts, that screams Black Veil. Have you ever, gotten information by asking questions? Being like, hey, what do you guys believe in? Shit like that? Because if you talk to an Arcane Eye member, they'll be like, oh, here, read these books and shit. And then you'll learn how to do magic. The fucking Black Veil, you guys haven't even been down there. The Black Veil, they just stand out in the street corners talking about, oh, we'll give you powers. Oh, magic is real, blah. Stupid. I just don't understand why you guys are so afraid to fucking go get your answers. You're already a dead man, according to you. It's just a matter of time.
You have such a way with words.
Right.
Speaking of words, where did the pirate and the big man go?
As you guys look behind you, and as you see in the adamantine anvil carpet area, actually it's made out of just stained wood, but the anvil and the lettering is all made out of brass, as well as the brass ring around the outside of the red stained wood. As that begins to lower down, and it lowers down about 10 or 15 feet,
What the hell?
to a basement level below. And fucking Olaf goes, "What the fuck is that?" So you guys are now down in a basement level. It's completely lit from the like the main floor, but you guys are down below. Make me a perception check. Kaioken and John, you guys would hear this massive rumbling of what sounds like steel on stone, as in from like dropping. What do we got here? All right, you're too in awe of the sheer size of this deal. John and Kaioken, you guys end up coming out of the pantry, I assume, after you find your rare exotic side quest materials and your fucking
Nice.
It's almost like a big bee's hand. It's so heavy. But you guys
Are
come
there
out.
any like dried sausages or anything hanging up easily accessible to grab? No.
There's a
Okay.
bunch of raw shit inside of a like a crate with ice in it.
Ooh, can I take a handful of that
Uh-huh.
and shove it into my bag? Like, oh, what's that?
All right.
Handful of raw meat.
Handful of
1
raw
pound.
sausage.
Sausage. Oh, nice.
Like a rope of sausages.
Okay, cool. Sausage rope. Hey, you didn't go down there and fight with us. I think we found the lever, Gronk. Let's go down there.
What? You guys did this?
Yeah, so you guys are like talking 10 feet up to the
Yeah.
lip.
We're looking for Banar and clues.
Banar.
Ban,
And
Andar.
the third.
The bitch.
As you hear, is it safe to come out?
How'd you get down there with? Wait, who are you?
And you look over, and Bay and Andar is hiding behind. If you guys remember, down in the Crucible, there was a ring that made out like waist-high cobblestone square,
Mhm.
and there were several pillars that had supported the floor around his area, and he's like hiding behind one of the things. But Kaioken and John, you guys are 10 feet up. Do you want to drop down?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
take the jump.
Don't worry about it. You guys fucking jump down. Boom.
Ooh,
You
can we
look
do
around.
a cool thing when Kaioken's about to jump? John kind of just jumps on his shoulder and just all land in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you take a d6 of damage.
Super mass.
Okay. So you guys jump down, and all three of you guys go ahead and roll me a perception check. Oh, actually, never mind. Not Deus. You already failed.
Yeah.
Oh, also that would have been at
natural
disadvantage.
one. I find my own hands.
20.
Look how-
Not 20. I see
Oh,
everything.
fuck yeah, dude.
I see
John.
everything. Okay.
Ban Andar is a pretty big hulking man, right? You see he's like behind a pillar, and you see a red reflection in his eyes, and he looks relatively pale. From the opposite side, behind you guys, you hear, "You shouldn't have been down here. There's nothing for you down here. We don't want any trouble. Just get out and go." As you look over, and John, the woman that fucked you and sucked you dry, is down there with her red hair, her like sleeveless vest, and her like bartender clothes that she's got. Also with her red reflective eyes, gaunt face, and undead vampire-esque look.
I'll look over to Therai. Does he?
Ah, shit.
AFK?
Bloodsuckers.
Therai, you look over at Therai. He brings up his hand, and it's just it's like a tentacle that wraps itself around itself, and he goes, "This is not good. What do you guys want to do?"
Well,
Are there guards with us? Like they're probably above the ring, or are they?
They are
inside?
above the ring. They don't
Okay.
look like they can see what you guys can see, but they're like, they can see you guys. So they're like, all right, just checking it out, huh? Okay. And you see them like kind of like looking around, like, okay.
Baynar.
This is going to
Ban.
seem ban. Fuck. I get them fucked up with bantam. I keep thinking of bantam.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's got a dog collar somewhere.
Yeah. Ban.
I know this seems strange, and I need to tell you that I've been here before with your great grandfather, and I'll tell you that he was one of the only men I was scared to challenge. And for that, you have my respect. And I need to tell you that you are in danger. There's something wrong. And we're going to help fix it. But right now, something's wrong with you.
What's wrong with me?
How long has she been feeding on you?
About 40 years we've been together. She has not been feeding on me for about 41. You get my meaning?
She fucked me like last night.
Fuck.
Behind you hear, right, I needed a good drink. And you just so happen to be the drunkest one here with your depression drinking. I don't understand what's the big fucking deal.
Well, joke's on you. You didn't get shit for me.
Yeah.
Are you with the hunters?
What
As
are you asking?
Both of them as Kaioken's pulling out his weapons.
Oh, shit.
I told you. We don't want any trouble. Ban's like, that's a threat.
Where are the hunters
Now-
located?
Wait, so John's gonna interrupt for saying, answer his question. Were you with the hunters?
Ban's gonna go, it sounds like no matter what I do, you're wanting to fight.
Only if you're with the wrong side, son.
How about you turn your side around and get the fuck out of my tavern and leave me be to my life? I did not come here to your doorstep looking for a fight.
I mean, if you are with the hunters, you came to your own doorstep looking for a fight.
And luring innocent
And
people.
how
Are we fighting the
much
same people, or are
how
we
much sense
not?
does that make for me to bring those guys into my tavern?
So you're not with the hunters.
Then we're good. And then he puts his stuff away.
I didn't
I don't know
say
what
I
could-
wasn't, but I damn sure didn't say that I allowed them to come into my house and attack my patrons.
Riddles with these people.
Well,
Jesus
Why
Christ.
does everything have to be black and white? Ban says. He goes, you come in here and you assume that because I'm a vampire, I have to be with them or against them.
We don't know enough, so start talking.
He's right.
How about you shut your fucking mouth and get the fuck out of my tavern? I don't give a fuck if you know my goddamn grandfather. You don't pull weapons on me in my tavern. If you want to fight, continue to be aggressive. But if you want to come with me of a this or that, get the fuck out. I'm just trying to live my life.
The fruit has fallen far from the tree. Your
All right,
father
now I want to
and
kill
your
him for being an asshole.
grandfather would be so disappointed from you from running away from your own problems in your own house.
Is he wearing anything metal?
No.
Does he have any metal
He's
weapons?
wearing- You don't see his hands. You only see his shoulder and his flannel and his face.
Is she wearing any metal or...
You
Metal
don't see any metal on her. You see her plain clothes, and you can see her hands have nothing in them.
Kaioken, I think we should just get the guards upstairs. They're gonna want to question him.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Yeah,
And
that'll
why
be
don't
putting
you
the-
leave?
That we put in the guards at
We're
risk.
not going anywhere, Bayan.
Okay,
Also don't know how to leave.
just remember, you asked for this then.
As we're standing in the light,
Kaioken's holding out his open hands in the middle of the thing and like, come here.
And that's where we're gonna end it. We'll pick it up with combat against Ban and the woman next week.
Ooh,
Hell
dibs on the
yeah.
woman. Dibs on the woman. John wants revenge.
You still got lots of spells. Use the high ones, man.
I don't have any. How do you have a lot of
Dude.
spells?
He's using